Good morning, everyone. Yes, it's a lovely sunny day here. And from what I can gather from the weather forecast, it's going to be a scorcher today. I've put all my bedding in the wash, so that's I'm waiting for that to finish. And as the title suggests, you're amazing just the way you are. Hi, Crimson, how are you? Yes, as the title suggests, Crimson, you're amazing just the way you are. I had a friend here the other day. Hey, Gemma, how are you? I had a friend the other day. He was on a bit of a downer about herself, feeling ugly, feeling fat, feeling that nobody will ever love her. And it is in the description. And, I heard this song. You're amazing just the way you are, which is very, very true. Each individual person in their own right are amazing just the way they are. I mean, I can sympathise with her because I've had them days myself. I mean, which I'm sure that, Bruno Mars. I couldn't remember who the person was, but I heard it on the radio and I thought, do you know that person that was saying she felt fat, she felt ugly, and to me, everybody is amazing just the way they are. We all have us faults, we all have, but and then on the flip side, we all have them days where we feel, as I call them, dilly darners. You know what I mean? We all have them days. We all come across them days where we've got a downer on ourselves. So yeah, and poor old Mr. P. Hi, Marley. Yeah, I've Mr. P wasn't very clever last night. He was talking to Eagle VP via Hangouts privately, and all of a sudden it was like literally crying in agony. He's got an appointment at the doctor's today at 5 o'clock. It was all in his jaw, and it were like, I thought like sort of 9 o'clock, 9:30 that we was going to have to go to the hospital. It was in that much pain. I'm glad you're feeling better, Gemma. Hiya, Bella. He's got an appointment to the doctors at 5 p.m. Nah, same as he said. He did go to the doctors and they thought he'd got a little bit of arthritis in his jaw, but that's where it were. He says it was like here. Same as I say, he were talking to Keith via private hangouts, and Keith can tell you it was like literally, well, doubled over in pain. The pain was that bad. We don't think it is, Gemma. We don't know what it is. But it did have the same pain in his jaw a few months back, not as severe as what it were last night. And the doctor thought he might have a little bit of arthritis, but the pain that it was in last night, tell you, I felt awful because there weren't anything I could do for him. It was like literally doubled it up in pain. But I mean, our doctors are a joke, really. Well, this is a good one. The phone lines open at 8:30. It took me till 20 past 9 to actually get through on the phone, because you ring, and all you're getting is the the engaged tone. Took me till 9:20 to get through. And then he messaged me. They'd actually rung him and said, oh, well, your wife rang up and she didn't state whether you wanted an AM or a PM. I says, well, they never asked me. And she just says, can you just tell me what the problem is? And we do like a triage system. Now, you sort of briefly tell them what's wrong and they get the doctor to ring you back to see whether you actually need an appointment. And they rang him and they says, oh, whoever it were that rang up didn't state. I says, you know, at the end of the day, they never even asked me. So can we put you on hold a minute? It says, next thing I know, the line goes dead. So I've had to ring them up. They've had to ring him back. And he has actually got in at 5 o'clock. Hiya, Emily. Emily. The title is basically or loosely aimed at you. You know, I heard the song. I thought automatically of Emily. And I thought, I hope Emily comes in this morning. Hi, Crazy Kev. I'm good. How are you? Not so much, Mr. P. But yeah, Emily, the title's for you. I'm sorry if I sort of put you on the spot, but I was thinking yesterday about Saturday night. And then, funnily enough, this song came on, or the title of the song came on the radio. And I thought, you know what? yeah, and this is sort of what brought it to mind, Emily. I heard the song on the radio and I thought, you know what? Everyone's amazing the way they are. And I've been there, Emily. I've done that. I've got several T-shirts in the wardrobe. You know, I have gone through it myself. You know, so don't think you're alone, or anybody else for that matter. Don't ever think you're alone. I'm always here. You know, hi, Andy. Oh, it's evening there. Hey, Andy. It's going to be a scorcher today here in the UK. Well, I'll tell you, our surgery is that it was okay when we first moved here. You know, boom, you could get through straight away. Boom, you could get an appointment straight away. But now you sort of have to go through this triage system where you ring up. It took me a flipping hour nearly to get through. And then she says, oh, I'll get the doctor to ring him. Then when they do ring him, the line goes dead. So I get us up phone again. I says, oh, they've rung him back. I says, to put him on hold. You know, it's a farce, really. So here in the UK, the temperatures are, well, predicted to be sort of in the, you know, the high 20s, 28, 29, even 30. But you see, with our doctors, unless you ring up on the morning, let's say, for instance, I go for my regular B12 injections and I go to the receptionist and I'll say, oh, she's told me to make an appointment to see the doctors. You go to the receptionist and it's saying 2 to 3 weeks before you can actually, you know, if you sort of pre-book an appointment, you're waiting about 3 or 4 weeks. But if you ring up of a morning, you're more likely to get to see the doctor than you are if you pre-book an appointment. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? I haven't seen anything of you or Kev lately. Are you okay? Oh, off to Yarmouth. Hi, little bee. How are you? Oh, dear. Well, you know what to do, Andy. Come over to the UK to visit because it is gorgeous out there today. I've got my bedding in the wash. Oh, you've just been very busy. Well, Well, you see, this is the thing. The pain was that bad last night. I thought we was going to have a trip to the accident and emergency. It was in that much pain. But by this time, it was sort of getting on for like 9:15. And I says, well, you think of it this way, because he even said to himself, he even said himself, I might have to go to hospital because the pain was that bad. And I says, well, not sort of trying to put him off in any way, shape or form. But I did say to him, well, you've got to look at it this way. You could be down at the A&E 3 or 4 hours. Sort of just look at it. Yeah, he has gone to work, but I did say to him, he's took some painkillers with him. He took some painkillers before he actually went to work, because sort of his mindset was, oh, well, I don't, I don't want to have any more time off. Oh, Emily's got a new video coming out soon. But I did say, if it gets too much for you, just say Sodom and come home. I was sort of like of that mindset. If the pain gets too much, Sodom and come home. Hi, Mama Bear, how are you? So, it's just a case of waiting and seeing, really. He did take some painkillers actually before he went to work. And I says, well, look, if it all gets too much, just come home. Just come home. Don't worry about what anybody else says. You sort of, and these were my exact words. I says, you can't take the weight of the world on your shoulders, not especially if you're not feeling it, if you know what I mean. So yeah. So I'm just waiting in my washing. Oh, that's a good idea, Gemma. I mean, the little bit of poetry that you read out the other day was exceptional. Hey, Mark, please. Hi, it is Lisa. Okay, then. Thank you very much, tis Lisa. And I mean, me myself, I've got the usual hay fever. I'm bunged up, runny eyes. So it's nice to have the weather like this, but not nice when Okay, then, Bella. I mean, if anybody wants to come up. Oh, wait, excuse me, that's that coffee. If anybody wants to come on the panel, just say so, and I'll send an invite. I might occasionally have to blow my nose. Sorry about that. So yeah, well, this is it, Emily. Same as I say, we all have them days where, hey, Mr. Peanuts Gaming, aka Salty Nuts, for them that don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's like a lot of subjects, they're not very often discussed. And yeah, I went through, I went through years of depression. I mean, I don't now. Well, I can't say that I don't, but I went on the medication. I went down the medication route. I felt better, and I've slowly sort of, but yeah, I mean, we all go through them times where we have a down day. I'm not too bad. Me hay fever's playing up a little bit, salty nuts, but and basically I get on with it, basically. But yes, so I did go through years of depression. I sort of pulled myself together. I came off the medication, and I do have days where You know, because I've got osteoarthritis, I can't get out all that much. And, you know, when you're cooped up in the house 24/7, well, I can't say 24/7, but you know what I mean. Most of the time I'm sort of in the house, and you sort of sit there thinking, you know, what can I do to make it better? You know what I mean? What can I do? Hiya, Ian Matthews. Oh dear. Mr. Ian Matthews is skiving off of work. Hiya, Mariska. Yeah, Emily, I mean, same as I say, I always say, you know, I'm here for anybody. You know, I do have odd people, you know, messaging me and saying, well, I've got a problem. What do you think I should do? And I don't sort of say that I can solve the problems, but, you know, I can sort of say, well, if that was me, I'd do this or I'd do that. You know, so, I mean, I'm always here for anybody that wants to have a quick word or a natter or, you know. So for the new people that come in, I mean, the title is You're Amazing Just the Way You Are. You know, we've all got to, okay then, Salty, you know, we've all sort of got certain things that we're not happy about. I'm not happy about having arthritis. I'm not happy about my weight, you know, but in your own way, you're all amazing. You know, and as the title suggests, you're amazing just the way you are. Oh, thank you, Gemma. No, same as I say. I mean, I don't say I'm amazing. I mean, I'm just me, you know, and I like to think that people can relate to me. Hey, morning, Random Life Productions. Now there's a thought and agony ant session. Well, same as I say, I don't claim to be able to solve, you know, all problems or anyone's problems. It's just the fact that I've got a good ear to listen with. You know, I'll listen to what you know, anybody's got to say, and if I can help in any way, then I've done my job correctly. Or, you know, and Salty says he was born amazing. Well, this is the thing, Bella. I mean, we all go through them days where we have little self-worth, you know, and I sort of, there's often I just say, well, you know, I'm just plain old me. I'm an housewife. I'm a mum. You know what I mean? There is, you know, I can't really, you know, and Mariska said it all, you know, we're all amazing because of what we are or who we are. You know, Joe blogs on the street is amazing. It might be, I mean, it's like Emily. Emily can write songs, she can sing, she can play the guitar, you know, and this is it. You know, I mean, in my mind, you know, Emily, I wouldn't change a thing about you because you are amazing. And it's like Gemma, you know, she's beautiful, she's a talented poet, you know, and to me, from my side, Gemma's amazing. You know, you're all amazing. We each have his own individual, you know, thing. I have been that Raven. Okay then, thanks, Raven. But yeah, man, I've got to do a video with one of Emily's songs. Well, you see, the latest one was about the meet-up at Birmingham Random Life, you know, and I mean, I'm sure Emily wouldn't mind me saying she was on a little bit of a downer on herself the other day. And I heard this song on the radio and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to make that the title of my live stream. You're amazing just the way you are. And as Mariska says, the diversity is what makes it fun. You know, I mean, I sit here, I have a laugh and a joke. I mean, we get on all subjects as Gail, Emily, Gemma, Midnight Raven knows. Sort of, we get on the serious stuff, but then it sort of veers off and it gets to farts and sausages and, you know what I mean? But same as I said the other day, this is what it's meant to be like. It's meant to be fun, you know. And I'm sure Bella wouldn't mind me saying, but Barry sort of messaged me yesterday and told me he'd never laughed so much in his life. You know, he says, and you and Chris are an amazing couple. Yeah, and you know, and I thought it made me smile because I thought, well, there you go. I've done my job properly because I've made somebody laugh. You know what I mean? It's all right. I'm just going to invite Mark. Mark wanted to come up. Yeah, and you know, and you know, it sort of, it's little things like that, you know, that I think I sit there thinking to myself, you know, you're writing a poem about me. Oh, thank you. But yeah, you know, it's. I mean, I'm sure Bella wouldn't. Oh, and he did say, "I've got a good man." Anyway, this is the message. He says, "Well, the short while I've known you two through YouTube, I have enjoyed every minute of it. I'd just like to say thank you." And I sort of said, "You don't have to thank us. You you and Bella are a wonderful couple." And I put, much the same as Chris and myself, we have found some wonderful friends on YouTube. And he says, that's true. I have never laughed so much. I enjoy your coffee mornings. But to me, for somebody to reach out to me and say, you know, they enjoy the coffee mornings, never laugh so much, you know, to me, that makes it all worthwhile. But some, as I say, I don't sort of set out with a certain agenda every morning. I sort of just wing it, and you know, sort of. I mean, like Saturday night, Kate interviewed me, but we sort of started off with the interview, and then it kept veering off, and we were all having a laugh. You know what I mean? And for Bella's husband, because I do know he suffers from anxiety. I do know he's shy. You know what I mean? But for him to reach out to me and say that he's never laughed so much, it sort of warms me heart that, you know, I'm doing something right, if you know what I mean. So, you know, and same as I said, I mean, I've said many a time, I'm just me being me, you know, I don't sort of put any airs and graces on. I don't make out I'm something I'm not. You know, in a nutshell, what you see is what you get, basically. You know, and yes, same as I say, everybody is amazing. You know, in their own singular right. Okay, I hope you're feeling better. And Bella's put, that's why I introduced him to you. I knew you and Pixie would have that effect on him. But you see, you know, how can I put it? I mean, to me, I mean, that sort of said it all, you know, he's never laughed so much, you know. And when we was on Pixie stream on Thursday, I was absolutely creasing myself because we had Bella on the panel and all you could see was this teddy bear behind her, and it were Baz messing about with his teddy bear, you know, and I was absolutely creasing myself. Hi, Mark.
Hello, hello.
And how are you?
I'm great. The sun is splitting again. So
yeah. And poor old Callum sitting an exam every day this week. In fact, I think on Wednesday, or is it? I can't remember. He's got 2.
well,
so basically, Callum is sat indoors all week doing his exams.
yeah, that was the same with me, but I had to do 2 weeks, so he's
Oh,
lucky he's doing the one. But
well,
the minute it's over, he's free.
Because he couldn't remember what the exam was. It's maths today, and that's second of his not so, you know, favourite subject. Okay, then, Molly December and Aya, Barmer Grits, how are you? It is hot. It's the same here, Kate. And we were sort of, Osby Chandy is in Adelaide in Australia, and he said he was jealous. He was jealous of the weather this morning. Thank you, Bella. Same as I said to Baz. We've made some wonderful friends here on YouTube, and I class every single one of you as a friend. Kate James says she's sweating buckets. Well, I said I was talking to somebody on Messenger last night, and I forget who it were, and I says, I'm sweating like a butcher's dog here. It really, really, you know, it was one of them nights where you know, no covers, no nothing, so to speak, and we got the windows open, and it were really muddly last night. Really muddly.
I hear people have another saying, but I'm not going to say it because it's a bit inappropriate. But
yeah, if I'd got a pair, I'd be sweating them. But yeah, you know, it's we're not moaning though. We're not moaning. For the last 2 days, I've had my washing out, and I've actually got my bedding in this morning. So I always like to put my bedding on a boil wash. So that sort of takes a bit longer than what it normally would. So you know, that's still. Oh yeah. Well, this is no word of a lie. When Pixie did the live stream on Thursday night, a blooming midge landed on my hand, and I went. It says, "Was that a midge?" And I went, "Well, it was. It ain't no more." I says, "But I hit my arm in process, and I was going like this because I hit my arm that bad, trying to get yeah." So you know, I'd sort of caught up with the washing over the weekend. You know, the uniforms, etc. I thought this morning, sod it, I'm gonna strip the beds. I'm gonna get it in the washer. Oh dear. The news said the pollen count is going to be the highest it's been in 10 years. Well, same as I say, I've had itchy eyes. My eyes has been streaming. I've had a bunged up nose. I've had to keep blowing my nose. So, poem nearly finished. Ooh. But yeah, that's the only downside of the nice weather. If you're a hay fever sufferer like me and Pixie, you know, you've shot it.
Yeah.
So, but you know what they say, with the good, they've got to have some bad. So I suppose the pollen can't be an eye is one of them. But And Pixie's got the doctors today at 5 o'clock.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, God, Marky were in excruciating pain last night.
Oh.
It were all here, like all in his jaw. Well,
Yeah.
it was his right side anyway. I can't, but oh, bless. Gemma says she's named it Mrs. P. Where are you again? I'm in the UK, Barmer Grits, in South Yorkshire. Mark plays this from Ireland.
Yep. Hello.
So, same as I said. It's nice and warm. But hey, Brandon Vlogs, how are you? Hi, Big O family as well. But yeah, so it's nice, but it's a bugger if you've got hay fever. Well, Brandon's knocking on everybody's doors. Yeah, it was humid last night. Same as I say, we got all the windows open. We lay on the bed. All covers were back, and it was still hot and sticky. So
I just got a funny message on my calendar. It doesn't make sense. It is your mum's 11th birthday tomorrow.
Oh, so your mum's only 11 then, Mark?
Yeah.
Oh,
something's not right there.
I'm going to say that's a bit of a strange one.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah. Emily's dreading going into work. She works at McDonald's.
Oh.
So it's going to be a scorcher sort of even before she starts.
Oh, it was so warm yesterday. We actually went down to the beach, and it was actually so hot. I had my phone with me. It was so hot. I went to check it. It said temperature too high. Please cool down before use. And
Chris has had that on his phone as well.
Yeah, and I was like, oh God, I was throwing bottles of water over.
What do you want me to do? Dunk it in water?
I was putting it in the shade. I was waving it around the place, giving it some air. I was like, oh God, this is going to blow up.
And there's Mark stood on beach going like this.
Yeah.
Waving his phone in air. And the people looking at him saying, what the heck's that bloke doing? Oh dear. And I hope you hear something soon, Emily. Emily went to Greg's last week for an interview. So she's just waiting to hear from that. And Gemma's saying hello, Mark.
Hello, Gemma. How are you? I'm good. I am good. Lovely morning.
Oh, not just lovely, it's gorgeous. Hopefully Thursday. Ooh. Oh, Barmer Grit says it's 10:30. It's 10:38, Barmer Grits, yeah. It's 10:38. Sort of, as we call it, mid-morning.
Oh God, I better go down and check if I gave the dog water. She would definitely need water in this weather. Okay,
then, Emily, thank you for it, in advance for letting us know whether it's a yes or no. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's a yes. Okay, then. I hope you find the day all, don't sort of go overdoing it. Just take it easy. Same as I say, I got all my work done over the weekend, so I could sit down and relax this morning. Wow, no wonder you're so chipper. It's 4:39 a.m. here. Well, I mean, I get up at 6 a.m. every morning. I get up with Pixie and Callum to go to school, and sort of by just about this time, I'm sort of coming round. I wondered how you always did that. Yes, because we're in the UK and sort of think Oh, it's 6 hours in front.
Why is my throat being blocked up? Oh my God. Here we go.
But yeah, it's sort of that sort of weather where you've got to make sure your pets has got plenty of water down and everything. I've got the patio door so my cats can come and go as they please. I've got water down in here. I've got water down in the kitchen. It's one of them sort of where you've got to make sure that they've got plenty of water. So, poem finished. Ooh. So if there's anybody in here that wants to, because I do actually I've created my own, and it's called Jeanette's Community YouTube group or place. If you want to join, post your videos. Oh dear. Well, that's good for you, Emily. She says she was listening to Gethin's radio show this morning. He's only gone and shrunk his jeans in his new tumble dryer.
Oh,
so, I mean, it's good news for Emily. But not so good news for Gethin. If he's shrunk. Well, this makes me laugh. Typical bloke, gets a new tumble dryer and don't know what he's doing, I'm laughing at Midnight Raven. She says, should go round to Gethin's and show him how to wash his... Well, it's not the fact that he don't know how to wash his clothes, Raven. He just don't know how to use a new tumble dryer. Yeah. Me, like, over the weekend, I've had clothes... the clothes line has been full for the last 2 days. And I thought, I've done all my washing. I thought this morning, what the heck, I'm going to strip the beds, get the bedding in as well, And as they say, in for a penny, in for a pound, and we'll strike while the iron's hot. So that's what I've done.
Yeah, we did that as well. But on Saturday we had our bonfire night that we have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we had to bring them in a bit earlier because the smoke that was going on. Oh my God. Well,
it was sort of that sort of weekend where everybody were having barbecues, etc. Taking advantage of the warm weather. And Emily says it looked like he was wearing girls' jeans.
Like, you would think a typical bonfire for the bonfire nights are small bits of fires that light up, you sit around it and talk. No, our bonfires are throw whatever you can into the fire and see what happens. Either if it's a tree, a branch, a mattress, anything you can find, just throw it into the fire and let it go up. That is our typical bonfire.
Emily says to Midnight Raven, did your son have a nice birthday? Yes. Did he have a nice barbecue? Did he have a good day? And he was sweet 16 yesterday. Yeah. If you want to, Emily, I mean, I don't mind. I mean, if you want to share it to the group, if you want to put a link, or anything in, you're welcome. Yeah, I know what I mean, because Callum's actually 16 in November, so... and Emily says, to be 16 again. Well, in my case, it was a very, very, very long time ago. But yeah, it's sort of another milestone. The next one will be the 18th. And then he's 21st. And before you know it. And when you 16, Mark?
Next February.
Oh, so you're actually younger than Callum then? Yeah, Callum's 16 in November.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And Callum came in on Friday, and I went, "How did the exam go?" When he woke us sort of going.
Yeah, I do that sometimes, but like,
so I says, "Well, is that a good or a bad?" You know what I mean? He says, "Yeah."
Yeah, I always came in and they asked, "What did they go okay?" I goes, "It was all right," and it was like, "Geez, you don't tell me nothing about the exam," and then I just I turn around and just say,
you
"Yeah,
know,
well,
that's just the reaction, you know, because he did say to me, because the exam was at 12:45, and
yeah.
it was going to last like an hour and 15 minutes, I think he said.
Yeah.
So he says, I might be home early. Well, it were about 25 to 3, I think, when he came in. He came through the door, as soon as I says, how did the exam go? And that's all I got out of him. You know, I says, is that good or is it bad? And he says, well, I think I did all right.
Yeah, I said, like, when they asked, like, you don't tell me nothing about the exam. I said, well, it started off as being handed on my desk, and then I got the pen, and then I started writing, and it goes, I didn't mean it like that. I wanted to know how you did.
I a big red bear. Well, you see, because Callum struggles with his handwriting, they allowed him to take a laptop in. So he wasn't actually writing the answers, he was doing it on a laptop. Because the original idea was it was going to have a scribe. You know, he gives, well, sort of they read the question out, he gives them their answer, and then they write the answer down. So it is actually Callum that's doing the exam, but they're just sort of scribing it on. Yeah, I cheery giggles. But I says to him the other day, I says, well, are you getting a scribe or not? And he says, well, no. He says, they actually given me a laptop to do the exam on. So I says, well, okay then. I says, oh, Big Red Bear has news.
Oh. Yeah.
You see, this is the thing. This is what they promised us, Midnight Raven. Because, for one, he's left-handed. Two, he's got learning difficulties. The fact that we got told when we went to like a statement review that if his answers or his writing was ineligible, that they'd just screw it up and throw it in the bin. Oh, he needs glasses for driving. Well, join the Specs Club. I'm not too bad, cheery giggles. I'm struggling with the hay fever at the moment because we're having a heat wave at the moment.
Yeah.
Now, do I look like a nerd, Mark?
No.
Pixie look like a nerd?
No, glasses are normal. They don't make you a nerd.
Well, put it this way. If I hadn't got my glasses, I'd be as blind as a bat.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Quite literally. You know, it's a necessity.
Yeah.
If they say you need glasses, then you need glasses. I mean, I started off just using glasses like for reading.
Yeah.
And then I started struggling a bit, like actually still being able to read with the glasses. So I went back, and these are what they call varifocals. So they're a mixture of reading glasses and things, you know, well, they're a mixture. But, you know, I mean, and then sort of only in the past like year and a half, I've had to wear them permanently because a few years ago they did say to me, oh, well, you could really do with wearing them permanently. But I thought the same thing. I thought, oh, God, I don't want to wear glasses. You know what I mean? I'm going to look like a right dog. You know what I mean? but it's become a necessity because I can't read without them, or I can't see without them.
Yeah.
Midnight says I'm a little of a nerd with or without them. But same as I say, I mean, Callum has wore glasses since he was 3 years old. Pixie's always wore glasses from an early age. You know what I mean? And it's not a cosmetic look. It's a necessity. But same as I say, I mean, if I were to sit here now and lift my glasses up, I can't see the chat at all. It's just blurry. I mean, even the picture's blurry. You know, and same as I say, it's only like this past year and a half that I've had to wear them all the time. But this is it, Raven. When you get used to them, and it's like Callum only takes his off when he goes to bed. That's it, basically. Pixie's the same. I'm the same. The only time I don't wear my glasses is when I'm in bed asleep. And let's be honest, you don't really need them when you're in bed, do you? Because you're asleep. So yeah. You see, I've got a pair of sunglasses. And when we went out shopping the other day, Chris says to me, aren't you wearing sunglasses? I says, yeah, but the only downside is if I wear my sunglasses, I can't see a damn thing. Hey, boss man, how are you?
Boss man is in the house.
It all depends on the person, Big Red Bear. I mean, you know, you'll get used to them. That's all I'm saying. Boss man says, hello, Mark.
Hello, boss man.
But yeah, you know, if you like Callum, if you like Pixie, same and Raven, you know, they've worn them for most of their life. So, you know, you sort of get used to that person wearing glasses.
Hello, Cherry Giggles.
Oh, you cream crackered, are you? Oh, some women find glasses sexy on a man.
Some people just wear glasses as an accessory.
Yeah, I mean, you've got some of the you know, TV stars and film stars. They don't actually have to wear the glasses. They just think that they look sexy wearing glasses and use them as an accessory. Glasses are an absolute rip-off in prices. You see under certain circumstances here in the UK, if you sort of on benefits, etc., some glasses you can get free now, like Callum, he can get free glasses until he reaches 16. Or obviously 16 in November. But if he goes on to college, then that extends that because he's going to be going to college. Oh, sorry, Mark.
No, I was just going to say, like, my eyesight is okay. Like, I can see fine. It's my left eye that really...
Sorry, I'm just going to... I caught a money spider. It was crawling down the side of the laptop. I thought, I'm grabbing that.
It's a money.
I've just caught a money spider, Pixie. So hopefully I've just threw it over my shoulder.
Oh, but he'll come back now with bags of money. But what was I saying? But it's my left eye that really it's a bit bad than the right. Like when I close my left eye, my right eye is perfect. I can see whatever. When I close the right eye, then and I'm looking with my left, it can be blurry at times, and it's a bit bad. I don't know.
Have you ever been to opticians then, Mark?
No, I never have.
Or get off. Bear says, Jeanette, take your glasses off, and I will look better. What? Without my glasses on. Only thing is, I can't see a thing. Where are you? Oh, yes, yes. Tell us the trade secret about glasses. It's put ooh la la.
Yeah.
Oh, go that far, big red bear. Oh dear. Yeah, exactly. I'm seeing double. Well, not double. I just can't see a thing. Everybody's blurry.
Just keep looking out for those money spiders. Maybe you get lucky.
Yeah, well, you see, if I hadn't had my glasses on, I wouldn't have seen it crawling outside the laptop, would I? Unless it's the size of a tarantula, then I wouldn't have seen it.
See, that's when your luck comes in. You have to bring in all the bags of money now. You come home
Yeah.
and look what I found.
It says they're a rip-off because they only cost less than £5 to make the glasses.
The secret has been told.
Oh. But you see, this is another thing. You go into, I don't care whether it's Specsavers or whatever opticians, they've got these in hundreds and hundreds of pounds, like these, branded glasses. I can, it's like last time we went to the opticians, Pixie had 2 pair. Now, at the time, on men's glasses, they were like what they call a what's it? So we got 1 pair and he got a second pair free. So he's actually got like 2 separate pairs. Because they said Callum and Chris suffer from something that's called stigmatism. And yeah, Emily's just told what stigmatism is, funnily enough. The eyes are, well, the eye, it's a rugby ball shape. It's like, instead of like our eyes are round, they're a rugby ball shape. And basically, when you're seeing things, you're sort of seeing them like you're seeing them distorted. And basically, that's what stigmatism is. And some as say, Chris suffers with it, and Callum does as well. And that's why they have had to wear glasses since being young. I think Callum were only 3 when he first started wearing glasses. Yeah, that's what Callum sort of inherited it from Chris. And they both suffer with the same thing, and it's called stigmatism. Yeah, that's same sort of shape. It's an elongated, like where a soccer ball's round, their eyes are sort of like I don't know, what shape would you call it? I mean,
an oval.
Like an oval shape, yeah. Yeah, she said, Barmer Grits don't know what a rugby ball is. It's basically like an oval shape instead of a round.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I mean, that's why them 2 have both worn glasses from being a young age. Right, that's called stigmatism, yes. Oh, and Bossman says he's got a mole in his left eye. Oh, dear. Well, I mean, there's a simple version for mine. I'm just blind as a bat. But I mean, my mum wore glasses. My sister wears them, but she sort of, in my sort of younger years, I only wore them for reading, if at all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my sister's same, she only wears them for reading, but sort of that's what I did. And then gradually my eyes got worse, and my mum was saying, yeah, same as you call a football. She looked it up. So does Bossman want to come on the panel? Does anybody else want to come on the panel?
the body can be a strange thing. It can develop so weird. Like I didn't know.
Pixie's
Know the
from
eye thing.
Idolitis, he says. That's nothing fresh there then, is it? But yeah, I mean, up until sort of in my 40s, I was fine. But sort of then as I sort of got older, my eyes got worse.
Yeah, Bossman said, yes, please, panel.
I think Midnight Raven means socks. She says, I am in hell shock pairing. I mean, I think she means sock pairing. Does Gemma? Yeah.
Everyone's just saying, panel, yes, panel, please, panel.
Yeah. Well, we have what we call a sock fairy in our house.
Oh.
Well, this is no word of a lie. Chris was exactly the same. And I went up there and he says, look, these are all socks that are odd ones. I can't find other one too. Hi, Gemma.
Hello, Gemma.
How are you?
I'm fine, apart from the red-nosed hay fever look.
Yeah, my dad and sister have it bad hay fever. They've been sneezing constantly.
There's Bossman.
Hello, Bossman. Hello, Adam. Meet Gemma.
I will in a second. I'm just getting chat up and stuff. I am here. Hello, Gemma.
Hello, Bossman.
I thought you just said I'm just getting chatted up.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
No, I'm getting the YouTube chat up. I wish.
Barmer Grits is busy on the phone looking what 26 Celsius is and how much glasses cost to make. She says, I come here and spend more time on Google learning what you're saying. Right, Gemma. Did you want to share with everybody the poem?
Yeah, sure. I've got it here. It's called Mrs. P, and it goes, Mrs. P, a person who cares about everybody with supporting words to make feelings known to show love and friendship with a smile and a giggle. Giggly Jeanette, who makes each day fun with her coffee mornings with YouTube friends who we are connected with, we are family who can talk to each other about our own situations that may be overwhelming that Jeanette always breaks it down to make you feel better. Mrs. P is a genuine person who I look up to as a second mum who has plenty of knowledge and of advice to offer with her truly big warm heart. Mrs. P, I love you, my forever friend.
Thank you. Thank you, Gemma. That was absolutely lovely.
You're welcome. And I'll upload it to your Facebook group as well, so you can have it on there.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that very much, Gemma.
You're very welcome, Jeanette. You're a very lovely person. I adore you. Like I said, I adore you and Pixie. You've made me really come out of myself, and you're just a truly warm-hearted person. And like I say, you're a second mum to me. I adore everything that you stand for. You're just an amazing person.
Night Owl says, oh, that was beautiful. Emily says, oh, that was really nice. And Barmer Grit says, oh, Gemma, that is so sweet. That touches my heart. It is so true.
I agree 1,000,000%. It is true.
Exactly.
Now you're making me cry now.
Yeah.
And I'm blaming me hay fever.
It's just things that I've seen about you, Jeanette, since I've met you, and I've been writing things down about you, and I'm just like, how can I put this without making people like I'm worrying people? So I've been sort of watching your coffee mornings, write little bits
not
down.
in a stalkerish way, eh, Gemma?
No. I know,
Yeah, it was beautiful.
You've been a bit upset, so I'm just like, how can I cheer your net up with something I can actually mean from the heart and try and write something? So I've been writing some notes down just to try and put some things together.
But same as I say, it were like Saturday night. Emily were feeling a bit down in the dumps, and she felt fat and she felt ugly. And same as I say, I heard this. I mean, the title of the live stream. I heard it on the radio, and I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to use that as my title because, I mean, from my point of view, and you know, I don't know whether it's anybody. You know, everybody's amazing just where you are.
Yeah.
You know, we all have his foibles, we all have his problems, we all have his disability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do.
You know, and to me, you know, everybody's amazing just the way they are.
Exactly. We're all unique.
Yeah. I mean, it won't do to have like robots walking about the earth and all be the same.
Yeah. We're all built to be uniquely different, and
exactly,
we're all unique human beings. So,
and same as I say, I mean, I've got my, you know, my problems. I've got osteoarthritis. You know, but if that's the way we're meant to be, then that's the way we're meant to be.
Here, definitely. And
you know, it's sort of one of these cases where, you know, these things are sent to test us, so to speak.
Yeah, definitely. Like you made it so much easier for me the other day, when I was feeling a bit down, and you're like, Gemma, we don't see you for the autism name. We see you as you. And I had to sit here and I was just like, no one's actually really treated me like that. Everyone usually sees me as this poor autistic lady, but you don't.
No. And to me, for anybody to treat you any different, you know, is wrong. You are you. You are who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, in my mind, I mean, going back to Adam Bossman, you know, I know you have your problems, but to me, you're Bossman, you're Adam.
Yeah, I'm just me.
Yeah.
That's great.
Hey, Vicky, lovely. How are you?
How are you, beautiful?
I'm good, thank you.
The owl has awoken.
Well, she's got to tune in because Carter loves to see me.
Yeah.
Your little boyfriend.
I
know. I've sort of got the Jeanette fan club starting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's his Mrs. P every morning.
Morgowski says, am I late for the party?
So how are you this morning, Mrs. P?
I'm not too bad. The warm weather's here and obviously hay fever.
Yep.
It's sweltering.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you can see from behind Bossman, the sun is beaming through his window and his door.
And this morning, when I walked the dog at 7 o'clock this morning, even then it was really hot.
Oh well, yeah, I saw Donnie Shaw on this morning.
I know. When I first woke up this morning, that's the first time I went on one of his lives, just in the chat, and I was there for ages, from about 6:15 till sort of 6:45. It was so funny. He is very funny, is that Donnie?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, it's never a dull moment with that man.
He's so creative because I'd never watched his videos, and I watched about 3 or 4 of his videos, and they're just so funny.
Well, I was watching one the other day, and it says Xbox unboxing, and it weren't an Xbox, it was an egg box.
I haven't watched that one yet.
And I says to him, I says, I wished all Xboxes were that cheap. I says, I'd go out and buy a dozen because Callum's got the Xbox.
That's right. How are you this morning, Mark?
I'm good. I'm like they said, it's blaring the sun, and I'm sitting at a window, so I'm melting fast.
I don't know what
maybe another day, because we've already got 4 people plus myself on the panel. It does get a bit hectic the more people you have on, and
it does.
You know, I sort of like people to come sort of be able to talk. We are, you know, getting interrupted, etc.
Hello, Morgan.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, I'll sort of just keep it at this at the moment, because we're sort of just coping, aren't we?
Yeah. We still interrupt each other.
Yeah, but you can chat away in the chat though, Morgan.
Yeah, we don't mind you staying in the chat. It's same as I say, it does get like a bit manic if there's sort of more than 4 or 5 people in the chat.
Mm.
Yeah, that's right. We all need new glasses.
At the moment, they did say I almost needed glasses when I went to the opticians a couple of months ago. But next year, I reckon I'll be having my first pair of glasses, because they did say in my mid-40s I would need glasses.
Yeah, well, you see, that's when I sort of started. I was sort of like in my 40s, and I started off just needing them for reading.
Is that another package?
Probably.
I think
Always seems to get a package when he sits down and comes on our panel.
Yeah, it's only 14 here today, so I could give you guys some of our weather.
Oh,
Oh
well,
my gosh, it is.
I think it said it's going to be in the high 20s today.
Oh wow.
And it's supposed to get even hotter by about Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, they did say sort of we're looking at probably over 30 degrees by midweek.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see what I can do about huffing and puffing a little of our 14 degrees.
Oh, yes, Cheery, I'm not showing it off. My package today.
Cheery Gus says you're showing off your package again.
That one actually I need to make a video on that one, so I won't be opening that one.
Oh. Well, the Bossman's the only one that receives this package live on air.
Yeah. I get my package out for everyone to see.
Well, last time I was on, what was it, on Friday? You showed us your package, didn't you?
I know, I did. But today I'm keeping it sealed.
It's keeping it under wraps today.
Yeah, enclosed.
Yeah. What did they say about the damaged one that you received then?
Oh, I've kept it, but they said they've given me a 25% return, which I wasn't really happy with, but I can't be bothered to send it back. Then they try and send out a replacement, and then that replacement's damaged. There's no point. So I'm displaying it out of the box anyway on my shelf, so it's all right.
I'm going to say, when they offered you 25%, what did you say? What did you do?
Oh, I had a right moan at them and stuff, saying that's not. You should be offering me more than that, because the last time I had a damaged pot from you, you offered me 40%. And this time you're only offering me 25%. And I said, I couldn't be bothered to send it back to get a refund or them to send out a new one. I'll just keep it. So
Cheery Giggle says, you're damaged goods.
I am damaged goods. Sorry to disappoint.
Paul McGritz has said, in the US, we're having heat at 90 to 95 degrees. Look that up. And the humidity matches where I live. What time as I say, it we're really
right. You can keep that heat. We're quite happy. It's not too bad here. It's just about spot on, because there is a slight breeze, but it's not.
No, I would say that you can see sort of the trees rustling a little bit, but not sort of gale force winds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not horrendous, but it's getting that way. But you can keep the really, really, really powerful temperatures and the humidity. Really, you can keep that.
Same as I say, we've got the windows open and everything last night, and I was sort of still sweating, like you know.
No, Jeanette, you've got to remember, women don't sweat, isn't it? Isn't it women? They glow. You glow.
Yeah, very.
I must have been glowing an awful lot last night then.
because I think the saying is horses sweat, men perspire, and women glow.
Oh.
Something like that.
Oh, I was glowing for England last night then.
Yay!
Oh.
Oh my
Some as I say, I mean, you know, I can deal with it, you know what I mean? But I sort of sat there and I says, oh God, I says, I'm sweating like a butcher's dog here.
Yeah.
I used to be able to cope with the heat, but in the last sort of 3 or 4 years, I just can't cope with it anymore. I just can't sit out in it for very long.
Yeah.
Well, it was like yesterday. I mean, I hung a line full of washing out at about 9:30, or it might have been earlier. And I went and I hung the washing out, and then Chris decided they were going out on the drone. I've got a story to tell about that, by the way. Bossman already knows it. So I goes out and hangs the washing out, and I come in. I thought, oh God, you know, it ain't half hot out there. So then he says to me, he says, are you coming with me flying the drone? We see when he goes out on the drone, I sit in the car. Can you imagine me sat in car? It could have been like a sweat box.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you got some people.
Hi, Raven Rain.
Hello, Raven Rain Books. Yeah.
She says, were you glowing like a radioactive gem? Yeah.
Oh.
Well, anyway, the story, but some as I say, Bossman already knows this. Anyway, he decides to go out on the drone. He says, well, you know, obviously, for obvious reasons, you'll probably be better if you stop behind. Anyway, goes out to the location where we're flying the drone, and he always rings me on Messenger Hangout, you know, the messenger thing.
Yeah.
So he went, are you sitting down? I went, yeah. He says, well, I'm driving along in the car. He says, you know, I like you change gear and you put your feet on the brake. And he thought to himself, God, this feels springy. So he looked down. He'd only gone out in his slippers.
Because he's a donut.
No.
He'd gone. He forgot himself and he was still wearing his slippers.
Home comfort.
Because I was driving along and I thought, oh, this feels a bit like, you know, unusual. It's awfully springy. He says, and I sort of looked down and thought, well, you dipstick, he says, I've left my slippers on.
You could only Pixie could do something like that.
You know,
Hey, only Pixie.
you know, and I'm sat there and I'm going, Callum, because Callum were upstairs and I'm shouting downstairs. I says, just tell our Callum what you've done. I says, because he's not going to believe me otherwise.
I've done that. I've gone out in my slippers before. My sister's picked me up to take me out, and I've not realised I haven't changed my shoes. We went to the supermarket the other day, and my sister was like, Gemma, you stupid dipstick. She was like, look at your feet. I have slippers that are flip-flops. You've only got your slippers on. I was walking around the whole supermarket going flip-flop, flip-flop.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, I messaged I messaged Beauty on the Budget, aka Bella, and I went, you'll never guess what. I says, you're going to wet your pants when I tell you. And she says, well, she sent me a photo when she'd gone to the supermarket. She'd gone to Asda in the slippers, and she had a daughter sort of took a photograph of her in her slippers. And she says, welcome him to the club.
Would you believe that before I went on a walk with the dog, I nearly forgot the dog?
I
can believe it, because a few weeks back, Chris went out flying the drone and actually forgot the drone. Went out to fly the drone and actually left it here.
Oh dear, early dementia.
He got out to the location and opened the boot and he thought, oh crap, I've left the drone and had to come back.
Early dementia setting in for Mr. Pixie.
Yeah, I keep saying he's starting to get senile in his old age.
Yeah, slippers, forgetting his drone. What else? Oh yes, and drinking too much and stuff. It's really.
I've had those moments, like I have a stereo that I have a cord that I can hook up my phone or my iPad to for music, right? And I sit there one day and I'm like, I had hooked up my phone. I'm like, oh, I got to make a phone call. Where's my phone? I'm looking all over the place. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Oh yeah, I hooked it up to the stereo.
Oh well.
No, but the worst one for some people is they've got they've got their glasses on their head and they go, where have I put my glasses? Oh yeah, they're here. Or the best one ever, my mum. She had a coffee mug in her hand. She was drinking her coffee, and she was thinking, "Where is my coffee cup?" And she was holding it.
I've done this before. Now that's my phone, right? That's my ass phone, and that is my Sky remote.
Oh, no.
I'll give you 2 guesses what I did.
Oh, you got a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, I answered the phone, but it weren't it with the Sky remote.
At least you didn't try to turn the telly on.
I can't hear anything. Oh, you daft woman, you've got Sky remote instead of phone. Well, sometimes, I mean, it's one of these that, like, obviously I ain't got a cord or anything. And sort of like, if I ring up for my prescriptions, like this morning, I've had to ring up for Pixie's appointment at the doctor's. I leave it on because I've got like a puff here or on the table, Yeah. And so this particular morning, I've got it on the puff. So sort of the phone rang, but I picked this up instead, and why can't I hear anything?
Must be grateful you weren't trying to turn the television on though with the phone.
Typing a lot of buttons.
So it does affect us all one way or another.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, has phone gone dead? I can't hear anything.
Hello?
Phone's still ringing. I'm thinking, well, I've answered the damn thing.
Well, at least we haven't done as bad as Bar Margaret's. She wore a dress to church inside out.
Oh dear.
Well, same as I said it the other day. In this day and age, you get people that are going around the supermarket, pajamas, dressing gown, the lot.
Yeah, I've seen that before. It's hilarious.
So for somebody to walk in a supermarket in the slippers, they will sort of wouldn't bat an eyelid.
Yeah, not anymore.
The other day, I dropped my nephew to school with my sister, and there was a mum in the playground with pajamas, dressing gown, slippers, dropping her daughter off. This was like 8:15 in the morning. I was like, "Are you serious?"
Around here, you see them walking down the road to go to the shop. Slippers, pajamas, dressing gown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Raven says she went out without a bra, not knowing my top was slightly see-through. Well, you can't be, Kate's family vlogs.
Oh yeah.
We was on a call one day, sort of via the messenger, and she got this lovely dress on. So she says, do you want me to stand up? Because basically I could just see like sort of as you can see me now. So I says, yeah, go on then, give us a twirl. So she stood up, and I'm sort of thinking, So she looks down, and basically it was like a button thing from here, like to the waist. What she didn't realise was the top button was fastened and the bottom one, but everything else in between.
Oh no!
No.
Whoops! It wasn't live on YouTube.
She says I've been to Dora and everything.
Oh.
Oops.
Plus she'd had visitors as well, and they never said a word.
Oh my gosh!
You know what I mean? And it went till she was talking to me, and she managed, and she says, "Oh, I've got me, my backside, so to speak." And I says, "Oh well, I didn't realise. I just thought that was the way the dress was designed. I thought it were meant to be like that."
Oh dear.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, shoppers. He says he's got. I think we've all done that one, choppers. Yeah. Gone to the shop and forgot what they've gone for. And Pixie is a bugger for doing that.
Oh.
Even after I write him a list down.
Yeah.
Just said.
I'll write you a list.
Oh no!
Come back, and the main thing that I wanted. Did you get that? He says, "Oh bugger it, I forgot that." I says, "Well, I did write you a list."
Did you see what Cheery Giggles wrote?
That's hilarious.
Oh God.
That's the best. Oh man.
But yeah, same as I say, I never laughed so much that day with Kate, and I just thought it was the design of the dress. I mean, I didn't know any different. I think she made the whole neighbourhood because she said there were a bloke on his doorstep across the road as well. So across the road had a good eyeful.
Take care, Morgan.
Hi, Morgan.
Oh, it was very funny when I forgot the dog. Though I was rushing and I had the lead in my hand and I opened the gate and I ran out and I went, "This feels different. She's usually in front, running towards the gate with me." I looked back, not on the lead, and she was lying down looking at me strange, like, "What am I doing?" I was pulling the lead across the floor. I was like, "Oh, I forgot to tie the dog up."
Waldy's out for us all yet, Mark. Then he's only 15, is Mark.
Yeah.
You know, there's
No, Jeanette, you've got to get it right. That's what he tells us. He's only 15. He's actually only 12, but one of those things that you just have to cope with Mark.
Raven Reigns put Cheery Giggles. If you think about it, he did get energy just for the wrong part. Hi, Happy Looks. How are you?
Oh, someone I haven't seen before. Happy luck. Hello.
Hello.
But oh dear, same as I say, we've all been done there, done that, got the t-shirt.
That's right.
Yeah, we've all exposed ourselves in one way or another.
Obviously not meaning to.
No, not on purpose.
No.
Well, well, I did get my package out earlier.
Yeah.
You know.
Who's the pic behind me on the wall? Them in there, that is my late mother. This one here. That my mum died just over a year ago. That's my mum.
Oh, she's pretty. Oh.
Yeah, she was 77 when she died.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, the ones in there, one's my stepdad and my mum on the wedding day, and then just a bit higher up is the same people. So I've actually got another one down here in a frame. If I'm wobbling a bit, I'm just moving the table. So I put this in a frame.
All I can say, Raven, I hope no one was hurt too much.
That is me. And my mum, and as you can see, that was before my weight loss surgery.
Aww.
That is the only picture I've got of all three of us together, and that was on my mum's 75th birthday.
Wow.
Wow.
And as you can see, me and my sister are like chalk and cheese. She's like a stick insect, and I'm
you.
Yeah, I'm me. But that was before my weight loss surgery, and as you can you see how big I am there?
You're still beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was before any of us knew Jeanette. You know.
Yeah. That was before. Yeah, that was before everybody. Yeah, I'm still big now, but I'm not as big as I was.
No.
Raven says she ran for the bus once in a boob tube and fell down and caused a car crash. Yeah, I had weight loss surgery. It'll be 3 years in December.
Oh.
Wow.
Got another package coming? Oh, man.
So do I, but I did not stay around to find out. I was too embarrassed. Well, I always say if I ever had that problem, I'd cause a solar eclipse.
No.
Well, we're on about everything going south the other day, and I says, well, mine's gone south and a bit more, you know what I mean? You know,
But
since
I live down south, so behave.
my boobs has probably come to visit at some point.
They might have done. They might have done.
But you know, it's okay losing the weight and everything, but it's the, you know, the after effects, if you know what I mean.
Yep, I hear you.
Behave yourself, cheery giggles.
We've seen your package all once too often, boss man. We need a different package. Well, you see, the thing is, I mean, Kate did an interview with me on Saturday night, and one of the questions was, you know, have you got any advice for anybody considering bariatric surgery? But in the UK, it is a very rigorous process. You've got to be deemed mentally capable as well. You know, you have to go and see a psychiatrist and everything, basically to make sure you're making the right decision for yourself.
Yep.
I mean, as regards to me, the weight loss surgery went fine. Never had a problem. You know, you hear all these horror stories of people sort of, you know, they get infections, blah, blah, blah. There was one lady at a clinic I went to, because I do have like yearly checkups. Something I don't exactly know what it was, but it's like basically as soon as she was eating anything, it was coming up. And somewhere in the pipe work, let's say, she got a blockage. So basically when you're eating things, it will go into a certain sort of part in the body, and basically it couldn't go any further. So basically it was like coming back up. But touch wood, I've never, ever had a problem.
Yeah.
But you know, they do say to you, you know, well, you do realise after you've lost the weight, you know, the excess fat, or, you know, basically they've got to check that you're in the right frame of mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's sort of, you know, you take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
And the bad part of it is, yeah, you've got all this excess fat.
Yeah.
That can't go anywhere.
Yeah, and unless it's got like here.
Yeah. So if you see Jeanette stand up and turn around, you won't see you'll see Jeanette when she stands up. You know, she's fine. When she turns around, you'll see that there's a whole thing behind her, another person hiding there. Just so.
I had to use like a tent clip to pull all this thing back.
No. Yeah.
And they're on about wearing odd shoes. I've not actually done that one before.
No, me either.
No, I haven't either. I've not worn odd shoes. I
The
don't think I have anyway.
new trend out here is wearing odd socks.
Oh, that's been going on for a long time.
Chris has got a drawer full, so he might end up having to wear odd socks.
There's even a company that sells socks that are different, you know, a pair. So they're odd, they're weird pairs. So one sock's one's another, and there's a whole company that sells socks like that. So they don't. So you can mix and match them to your heart's content.
Yeah.
Well, this is it. Same as I say. I mean, Pixie could start a trend of wearing odd socks, because, same as I say, he said to me the other night, he says, well, I don't know what keeps happening to these socks. He says, but they were like a pile on top of bed. He says, all these are odd socks. I can't pair them up. Well, you know, if you didn't just sort of chuck them on the bedroom floor and expect me to pick them up, you know, you won't keep losing them.
But there's in people's houses, there definitely are sock monsters.
Yeah, or as we say, sock fairy.
Yeah, sock.
Yeah.
Laundry fairy that keeps taking away the socks.
Mm.
And Bar Margaret says my chat is repeating itself. What's up with that? No idea.
No, mine's not.
No, mine's fine as well.
Mine's all right.
Raven Rain says I started changing my diet and lost 8 pounds so far. So that is good. We see the thing is good thing is when after I'd had my surgery, because we ate healthily, Chris lost a stone and a half, and Callum lost a stone as well.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show. But you see, my thing is, you know, I had what they call the sleeve gastrectomy. Now, there's the bypass, there's the gastric band, and then there's what they call a sleeve gastrectomy. Now, the bypass, it bypasses your stomach altogether. The sleeve gastrectomy that I had, they take 3/4 of your stomach away, so you're left with like a banana shape.
Yeah.
So you imagine that they've took like nearly all of your stomach away, so you're limited as to how much you can eat. Well, you see, this plate is about, if I were to have like a Sunday dinner or something, I'd only be able to have like bits, if you know what I mean. Sort of that size plate.
Wow.
Oh, I'd die.
A bit of potato. A bit of potato, Mac.
A bit of potato. A digger of potato.
Potatoes, some meat and some gravy.
Well, you see, I'm going to make you laugh now, because we went on holiday. I think it was about the October. Now, I got a phone call actually while we was on holiday. Oh, it's so and so from bariatric surgery department, blah blah blah, at the hospital. We've got a date for your surgery. So I says, oh yeah, 4th of December. Oh right, is that convenient? I says, yeah, that'll be all right. I've sort of waited all this time, you know, blah blah blah. So I puts the phone down and I went to Chris and says, bugger it. I says, I'm not going to be able to have my Christmas dinner. Because obviously it's like a liquid diet for the first week, and then you sort of go on to like soups and things like that, and then you go to a mushy stage. So I says to him, I says, I don't care what. I says, I'm still having my Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
And I ain't liquidizing it either.
Yeah.
You know, so I ended up sort of like with a little bit of potato like that. You know what I mean? But I still had my Christmas dinner.
Yeah. You just have to be careful of your portion size. That's it. Yeah.
Like I watched a YouTuber. I think he did the same thing that you did, the same surgery. I'm not sure if...
Oh, is that Boogie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is after changing so much. He said he's able to do stuff that he never thought he'd be able to do again. And that's like one of them, he said, was walking. He never thought he'd be able to like walk a long distance ever again. And since he's done it, he's after changes so much.
But you see, the thing is, I was told several years ago that one, if I didn't lose weight and the fact that I've got arthritis in my knees, I'd end up in a wheelchair within 2 years.
Mm.
And that's when it was first suggested, have you ever considered weight loss surgery?
Yeah.
So at the time I said, well, it's never really been brought up. So basically I was told, well, if you don't sort of... Can you please be quiet?
Yeah.
Can you clean your camera another time? I'm only joking. So yeah, so I got told that I'd be in a wheelchair if one, I didn't do something about my weight, or I sort of didn't, you know, do something like, you know, healthy, blah blah blah.
See, they told me, like, I went in for the same thing. My doctor suggested it. So I went into the clinic and everything, and I talked to them. And they said, because of my sleep apnea and my syncope, I can't have the operation. And then I said, okay, well, what about exercise? And she goes, well, with those conditions and your and my high cholesterol, she says, no, you can't do the exercise either. And I said, what am I supposed to do? Because I have osteoarthritis as well, and all the lovely things that come along with osteoarthritis. So, yeah, it's like, what am I supposed to do then?
But you see, this is the thing here in the UK, Vicky. Mm-hmm. I've got exactly the same thing. I've got sleep apnea, blah, blah, blah. But they did insist that I go for an ECG and everything else beforehand. Because this is the thing. When I went for the ECG, I then got referred on to somebody else, and I had to have, you know, like the ultrasound that you have on when you're having a baby. They had to do that on my neck because when they did the ECG, they thought they heard a heart murmur.
Oh boy.
Oh.
So sort of, because of the anaesthetic, etc., they have to make sure that you're fit enough to, you know, withstand the anaesthetic, etc. So they said, well, first things first, we'll send you for an ECG. So I went for that. They never told me at the ECG that they thought they heard a heart murmur. It wasn't. And then I got this letter. You need, I forgot what it's called now. But it was basically like an ultrasound, but it was like on my neck.
Oh, okay.
There is a name for it. I can't think of it right now.
That's okay.
And basically, I goes for the appointment, goes in the room, and I says to bloke, I says, right, here's the thing. I says, I went for the ECG. I says, why have they sent me here to have this done?
Mm-hmm.
You know, is this all part of the, you know, the process with the weight loss surgery?
Yeah.
And he says, oh, no, this has got nothing to do with that. He says, when they did your ECG, they thought they heard a heart murmur. I says, well, that's news to me because they never said anything to me.
Yeah.
You know, why wasn't I privy to this information beforehand? You know, why on earth didn't they tell me?
Yeah. Yeah. They should be telling you that information beforehand. And it's, you know, like with asthma and everything too, right? And yes, I agree, Raven. What I do is I have stairs that I have to go upstairs to go to the bathroom and everything else. And right now at this point, doing that, and I'll walk to the mailbox, I'll do whatever. Like, I try and stay active. I still try and do housework. It's just very difficult some days, but I still do it. You know what I mean? Right? Like, I push myself to do it and whatever, but yeah, it's difficult.
So you tend to say, I mean, they were totally aware of my situation, you know, the sleep apnea and whatever. I mean, obviously you have to disclose all these, you know, the medication that you take, etc. But, you know, I mean, can you imagine how I felt going to this, this like ultrasound thing and not knowing what I'm there for?
Yep. Yeah, that's it. But I feel like you understand where I'm at too, like, because we both have osteoarthritis and stuff like that. So it's like, it's some days you're great and then some days you're not.
Yeah. I mean, and as regards sort of them saying that, you know, you couldn't have this surgery because of sleep apnea and everything. But you see, I've got sleep apnea and I have done for years.
Yeah.
I still managed to have the surgery.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. I got to talk to my doctor again because, you know,
why should it be one rule for one and one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that shouldn't be a factor in it.
It should be my choice too, shouldn't it? Right?
Yes, and the fact that you are willing to do something about it, and same as I said when I had mine, I didn't do it for anybody else. I didn't do it because my husband wanted me to. In fact, quite the opposite. You know, I mean, same as Chris says, I love you the way you are. But he understood it from my point of view. I don't want to be a burden to him. I don't want him pushing me about in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Morgoski.
Yeah, Bar McGrit says, is it you they called Morgan? Yes.
Yeah.
I think Morgan's a little on the downside today, and
Good day.
No, and just look at the title, Morgan. You know, you're amazing just the way you are.
Yep,
we all are.
Yeah.
Be yourself. That's all anybody ever wants.
Even Mark, and that's a big shock to me.
Farmer says, you didn't know this, that I am wheelchair bound. We see this as it. And it wouldn't do for us all to be the same.
No.
Yeah.
It'd be boring. Wouldn't life be boring if we were all the same?
We're all made to be different, and we're not made to be the same. We're all made to be diverse in our own ways, and that's what people need.
No one's perfect.
Yeah.
We're all special.
Yes,
We're all
I'm an individual that started crying out for attention 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But in some way or other, I mean, we're all crying out for attention, aren't we? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I've been doing it all my life.
You know what I mean? And, you know, and knowing the complex way, I mean, that Adam suffers with, you know, it's...
Yeah. If you want a list of my illnesses and stuff, I've got ADHD, bipolar. I am in the autistic spectrum somewhere. I've got back problems. I'm diabetic. I've got high cholesterol. You name it, and my list goes on.
Yeah, Barma Grits has just hit the nail on the head. She says, but you know what? I'm thankful to be alive, and learned a wheelchair doesn't keep me from doing anything I want to do.
Well said.
Absolutely.
Adam.
Hello.
One thing like you just said really touched me there. You said that you've got bipolar. My best friend's bipolar, and it annoys me. People focus on your label so much. Like, I've had so many horror stories where people say, oh, you shouldn't be friends with people with bipolar because they're dangerous. And that's when people have told me to get rid of my best friend. I'm like, no, how dare you tell me to get rid of my best friend? She's not dangerous. She'd never hurt anybody. Right. Yes, she did attack her mum recently, but that was an anger issue. It wasn't an issue where she wanted to go up just to hit her mum. They were having a row, so she flipped. But people with bipolar aren't dangerous, and that really annoys me that people still throw that label at you saying, oh, bipolar is an issue, you shouldn't trust them, they're mental. And I'm like, no, it's complete crap.
Yes.
Well said.
It really annoys me.
And one thing I agree with Emily, I like to be weird too, Emily.
And I always say, well, at our house lights is on, but it don't necessarily mean there's anybody at home.
Yep.
And there's a YouTuber I watch every day. I watch their vlogs every single day, and it's a chap called Kevin Chapman, and his son Andy, or his partner's son, is autistic. And amazing, they do these vlogs every day, and they've got this slogan on a t-shirt which they're raising awareness for autism, and it's true. Different is not broken.
Absolutely right.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I agree 100%. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you know, Barbara Grits, we can choose to be happy or feel sorry for ourselves. I refuse to feel down on myself because I'm in a wheelchair. Exactly.
Yep. Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, we can all sort of relate to the fact, yes, we do have us down days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's part of being a human being. Everybody throughout the stages of their life go through a feeling down, feeling sorry for themselves. But it's you have to pick yourself up and dust yourself down and think right,
start all over again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always have a saying with my kids, you know, we all have a rough life in many different ways. It's how we choose to deal with it that matters.
Yeah.
If we choose to do
to Chopper's rules is having a bad week. He's having a bad week as well. We're all here for you, Choppers. You know.
Yeah.
Message any single one of us, and
definitely.
I think I'm going to rename the group the Weird Group.
Yeah, that's it. We're the Weird Bunch.
Yeah, the Weird Bunch.
The Weird Bunch, yes.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we all suffer from something, you know, like Adam said, you know, like there's anxiety, depression, there's our physical illnesses, there's, you know, society itself has been made us to feel inferior, you know, so it's how we choose to stand strong against that. Like with Gemma, with what she's doing for autism, you know, not everybody's gonna agree with her, and you know what, but she's got thousands of people behind her, you know, that would stand right behind her and say, you know what, I agree, I'm you know, I'm having the same issues or whatever. Like, I have my 20-year-old son has low functioning autism, and to watch him go through what he goes through mentally is a tough thing, but you have to stand by someone like that, because if you give up on them, then they feel defeated.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to ever feel like
to give up on themselves.
Absolutely. And you can't give up on yourself at all. You have to keep trying no matter what everybody thinks.
Raven Rainbow's just come up with a good one.
Yeah.
Wacky Looney Bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's right. Instead of the Brady Bunch with the Looney
With the Looney Gang.
Yeah. And yeah, going to what Bella's just said, Carl really inspires me. He helps us through his own problems, and that is due to my randomness. He is a very inspirational person.
He's awesome.
You know, at the end of the day, he has gone through what he has problems with anorexia, you know, to name just a few. But throughout it all, he puts videos and everything out there that, you know, inspires others, even though he's going through his own problems.
Yeah.
And Vicky, I'm going to say you're the most strongest woman that I've met on YouTube. The way that you handle things, like your videos, the way you talk about things, and you're inspirational yourself. And where credit is due, you need to realise you're one of the most beautiful, inspirational women that there is out there. And I love you. I've just been starting a poem about you, and I said about how your toy unboxings helped me through a bad day. I sit on your channel for hours, and I'll sit there and watch your toy unboxings because that makes me calm, and things like that just makes my day a lot easier. So if I find you online, I'm like, oh, Night Owl's uploaded again. So I sit there and I'll sit there and watch them.
Oh, Gemma, if you like unboxings of things, I unbox loads of Funko Pop vinyl figures and stuff and all sorts on my channel. If you
I just supported you, Adam. Actually, I just clicked on your channel.
I think Gemma's pen's on fire this morning.
Yeah.
I love everybody. I don't have a bad word to say about everybody. And I've known you and Night Owl for a while now, Jeanette. And I think Night Owl is an amazing person. She just needs people to believe in her, and I do. I believe in Night Owl. I believe in Vicky. She's a lovely person.
Morgan, stop putting yourself down. You always do this. Stop it. You're just pack it in.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
You need to slap around the face with a wet fish, Morgan. Sort yourself out.
Hey, Adam, I was going to say, if you like Funko Pops, do you support Emma the Narwhal?
Do I support who? Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said. Sorry.
Do you support Emma the Narwhal?
I don't recognize that name.
If you go and check her, she's got a little logo. It's a little blue narwhal shirt for her logo. But they give away Funko Pops all the time. They do giveaways.
I've got a competition on my. I've got a giveaway going on at the moment on my channel for a Funko Pop.
They have like a wall behind them. It's all Funko Pop boxes.
Raven says she loves Funko Pops as well.
Okay.
So if you haven't checked Boss Man out, I mean, he's got a cabinet or two.
I've got two big shelves upstairs, two big bookcases, and I've got other ones all around the house and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
I've got must be well over 200 of them.
That's cool.
But I used to have more, but I did sell a whole load.
My favorite one is the glittery Harley Quinn. I'm still looking for.
I've got so many Harley Quinns. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I must have about 20 or 25 Harley Quinns.
Holy cow!
Since I got my new phone and new camera, I'm gonna be doing the sets that I got, because I didn't finish all of them, but the ones I did were crap quality, so I'm going to redo them all again.
Fair enough.
I don't have the boxes, sadly. They're all up
sorry, I missed you. But Nathan Seelove always says, when you met one autistic, meaning autistic people are individuals just like neurotypicals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I have to say, you know what? I've met mentally challenged people, like Down syndrome people, and such, and whatever, and especially those people are the happiest people I've ever met. Some days, you know, you run into them and they're just happy to be alive and about the day.
Yeah.
Hi, DJ Ian.
Yeah, I know one. I'm
Hey, it's Ian.
Oh,
Hey, DJ Ian.
I'm one that I know. He's best friend. I've known him since my old school, and I still go visit him when I can. Like he has his days where he's happy and brilliant. He loves when I come over. We watch movies all the time. And I have seen him when he's angry and upset, but he knows when I'm there that he can relax and calm, and he just enjoys whenever I'm there, just even to watch a movie or so, just so he's just happy.
Just being there for him, Mark.
Yeah.
Probably what he needs and what, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And just being. Bella has put, Gemma has helped me so much. My grandson is autistic, and I want to share Gemma's channel with my daughter. It will help her to see what a wonderful person she is, and that autism doesn't define her.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's beautiful.
Exactly. That is exactly on the button.
Yeah.
You know, autism or bipolar or whatever you're suffering from doesn't define you.
No,
You're still a person.
I am what I am.
Exactly.
Like it or lump it. If you don't like me, you know where the door is.
Well,
Like,
that's what I always say. And I have to laugh because just recently on my Facebook page, my own personal Facebook page, I've been putting, you like me or you love me or I couldn't give a flying doodah. And then I get the message from Granny Monster, "Are you okay? I've been noticing these posts from you just lately." You know what I mean? And because I sort of put them posts, but it's true, and I always say the same thing, you either like me or you don't. I couldn't give a flying monkeys what you think. I'm not changing for anybody.
Yep.
Life's a pizza when you look at it. Life's a laugh and death's a joke. It's true. Always look on the bright side of life.
Absolutely.
I like how you deal with
and
that.
the Forrest Gump springs to mind. Life's like a box of chocolates.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're going to get.
You sound like Tom Hanks there, Adam. That was brilliant. Very funny.
People used to say I looked a bit like him, but I couldn't see it. I don't now.
If you had hair, maybe.
Yeah.
When I had hair, when I did have hair, I did.
I'm laughing at what Bella's put, but I'm going back to what DJ Ian.
Black and dark.
I have epilepsy, but hey, I still keep rocking that stage, and this is it. This is what you've got to do, Ian.
Yeah.
And I think everybody were laughing at the same thing because Bella put, does being a cougar count as an illness?
Yeah, I think it definitely counts as.
Because if it is, me and Jeanette's days are numbered.
Yeah.
But just don't go and buy any of that shite chocolate.
No.
It'll be okay.
I did that once. My mom used to use Baker's chocolate, and we'd have chocolate bars, and of course, the old X-Lax chocolate and everything in the fridge, and I thought X-Lax was chocolate.
Oops.
I was about, I think, 12. Yeah. I'll never make that mistake again.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, don't.
Mark plays you're given this one life, make the most of it, and don't let anyone bring you down. Exactly,
That's right.
Mark. Mark's got a wise head on a young shoulder.
He has. Hey, Barry's turned up. Oh,
Yeah.
hello, Barry.
Barry!
I was going to say, we've renamed this chat the Looney Goonie Gang.
There's one thing I need to say. Hello, Dave.
Yeah,
And there's one condition of joining the gang, Barry. You know, you've got to be a bit.
Oh, he ticks all the boxes, does our Barry.
Barry's enough woohoo for the rest of us, isn't he?
Hello, Dave.
I saw his remix the other day with the Mana, the other one.
Yeah, I thought that were hilarious. I were absolutely wetting myself at that.
Yeah, me too. That was awesome. My wife wants to use your bathroom.
DJ in Port Barry turns up and we'll bugger off. Right, Barry's here. Hi, everyone.
Yes, it was lovely today's coffee morning.
Our Raven Rain book says, when I was younger, my mother bought Diet Coke thinking it helped you lose weight.
No, it just gives you cavities.
He says, I'm okay just as long as I keep taking the tablets. Amen to that, Barry.
Yep. Praise be the Lord.
Yep.
Paul McGritt says, Night Owl X-Lax is not one's idea of a fun day, not even a chocoholic.
It was not a
It might taste nice at the time, but the after effects.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's good to deal with. You know what? Like, I find when I get depressed, it's good to deal with it with the way Adam does, is make jokes. You know.
Well,
It doesn't always work. Doesn't always work.
No. But I just tune in and listen to you, and I'm good.
Bella's also said, you can't be normal to be part of our community, Barry. You wouldn't be allowed in.
You'd be banned instantly if you were normal.
No, normal is just a stereotypical label. That's what society wants you to be.
Oh, this is it. This is it.
Because they could, with talking about labels, they do. You know, they come up with these definitions. Because with bipolar, it used to be originally called it was manic depression, and then they decided, oh, we'll change the label. It's bipolar now. And then you've got, now they've done it again, they've changed it, so you've got bipolar type 1, you've got bipolar type 2, you've got bipolar this, you've got bipolar that. Oh, be quiet, it's the same thing. Because people suffer differently from it. Whoopie-doo.
Yeah, but it's all right for doctors to label it. You know, they're not the ones that have to suffer with it.
No, they don't actually know what it's like to actually suffer, exactly, or what the medication does to you and stuff.
And Raven says, oh my, I am one of the most joking and sarcastic people you'll ever meet. Cherry Giggles has put Holland as the best strong chocolates. So there you go.
We're not talking about those sorts of chocolates. Here.
We're talking about an upsie that Vicky made.
Yep.
Mistaken X-Lax for a normal bar of chocolate. You know, so it looks the same. But boy,
it looks the same, tastes the same, but it doesn't.
No, it don't have the same effect.
No.
Yeah.
Happy Lux must have it all the time then.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's X-Lax, not X-Lux. Sorry, X-Lax. Sorry, X-Lux. Sorry.
She put one side to you. Oh, it's and Barry says, don't forget you now have sugar-free diet bipolar with added flavour.
Yep.
No, not flavour. Favour. It's a different ingredient.
Oh my gosh, yeah. See, that's the thing too with, just because you talk a different way, like Emily, what she's just put there.
Yeah.
It's like people stereotype me as being gay. Because I dress like a guy, and it does not make me gay. I just wear.
I know Barry and I have the same issue. We wear dresses on a Thursday and Friday night, and we get the same thing. It's just not on.
And don't forget New Year's Eve.
Yeah. I got to answer Bella. what I did was my mom used to keep Baker's chocolate and regular chocolate bars and X-Lax in this fridge and everything else when it was in the little chocolate form. And I actually ate the X-Lax instead of chocolate. So you could go from there and figure that one out.
Genuine mistake. Genuine mistake.
But yeah. Anyway.
Well, this is going back to Emily. I mean, yeah, I just like to wear jogging bottoms and you know, like loose fitting clothing because of the fact that I've got excess fat. Does that make me gay then for wearing something that I'm comfortable in?
I know, Barry. We do clash.
Yeah, we get that a lot here.
As you're not wearing the pink one next Friday, then we'll be okay.
You know what I mean? It's you know, just because there's something that you're wearing, it don't make you gay.
Exactly. Or it doesn't make you anything. You know, it could be.
You know, I mean, at the end of the day, Emily's entitled to wear whatever she likes.
Emily is Emily. She's no one else. Emily is her own person. If she wants to wear men's clothes, if she wants to wear ladies' clothes, if she wants to jump off a cliff, she can.
DJ says it could be worse, could fly your drone in your slippers.
We've had that conversation already.
Yeah, we had that conversation earlier on.
Yes. Hey!
Hi, Donnie.
Hi, Donnie.
Hi, Donnie.
Did you get some sleep after your mad morning live stream?
We have a nickname for like that type of like girls that don't care, they want to wear like boys' clothes and nobody minds. We call them tomboys.
Tomboys.
Yeah.
I don't like
but there again, that is sticking a label on, you know, being a tomboy. I mean, just because you wear comfortable clothes, you're more comfortable wearing trousers and, you know. And Raven says, I always say, never be afraid to be yourself, because in life, everyone is one way or the other will judge you. So what do you want? I wear men's deodorants and Callums.
What are Callums?
Callums. What's them? I've no idea what they are either.
By the end of the day, at least if you're comfortable wearing what you're wearing, it shouldn't matter. I wear a lot of hoodies and jeans, and people say, "Oh, you should be more girly, Gemma," but that's comfort to me. I don't.
Well, that's it. I mean, nobody can turn around to you and say you've got to dress more girly. So at the end of the day, what you wear has got it's no concern of anybody else's.
If you want to wear corset and suspenders underneath your jeans, you can do. You know, I'm talking to Mark and Barry here.
I'm going to say Bossman's talking from experience there.
No, because I've got shorts on, so I can't wear suspenders at the moment. but it's a jump to the left and then a step to the right.
Yeah.
Put your hands on your hips and bring your knees in tight.
Just be glad clothes were invented, right? Just
be
glad.
I hate wearing clothes. I hate wearing clothes. Clothes are a pain in the, you know what?
Yep, I know.
But I'm not going to say that because people won't like the fact that I'm saying nudity is fine.
And Vlog from the Boggis put, I don't want to promote the fact that there are far too many wrenches, and I'm not going live today, but you can join me for a small fee, but I'm not promoting the fact.
I'll be quiet, Mary.
You know what? The other day on Saturday, I was sitting there, just on a little quick serious note, and I seen two people from Eli's stream come in, and apparently he had reamed out RJ Sandifer for I don't know what he reamed him out for, but he's a blind guy, and I was like, okay, I don't know what he reamed him out for.
I do. I know what happened there.
Okay.
RJ basically went on a 5-hour live stream on his channel, basically slating Eli and a few other well-known YouTubers. Eli found out he was basically slating him off on YouTube, went in there, attacked him for the absolute sheer hell of it. And RJ was in the wrong. RJ was calling him things like twat and basically got Eli angry, was basically was dissing me, was saying that apparently I used my autism as a sob story. Eli didn't like the fact he was slating me off and basically attacked him, saying, if you don't wish to get yourself in trouble, I suggest you get off YouTube and leave. And then RJ sent me a link basically to apologise and said he didn't realise how much he was upsetting people. And I was just like, no, don't apologise to me, RJ. Like, you've done damage now. You don't get away with talking about people like that. That's just not on. He was about a rage of slating people.
I'm going to say something now, Gemma. In my opinion, everybody's allowed. There's only one person allowed an opinion, and that is Eli himself. You know, we're not allowed to have opinions. We're not allowed to talk to him. He's been in every single one of our streams at some point. I'm not supporting Eli. I never have done. I never will do. But the fact that he appeared in my live stream on Friday morning, I don't support him. And as far as I know, he doesn't support me. But he came in my live stream on Friday morning just to see the fact that if I were talking about him.
And we just ignored him completely and utterly. We didn't.
Well, at the time, we were talking about farts, and I could have sort of sat here and said on my live stream, oh, well, here's one of the biggest farts. You know what I mean? Just sort of, I kept my composure. I greeted him. I was cordial to him. But the fact that I don't support him, and as far as I know, he doesn't support me, why would he come into my live stream on Friday morning?
Yeah, he did talk to me about that, and he said that the reason why he came into your live stream was because apparently he feels that I'm being babied by some of the people in the community, and he basically he was wanting to defend me. And I said, Eli, I don't need you to defend me. I'm nearly 30 years old. I can defend myself.
That is the biggest load of codswallop I've ever. Have we ever babied you, Gemma?
No. I said
exactly.
that.
Exactly.
I said to him, I don't know why you're picking fights with people who I'm friends with. I don't get it. I said to him on the phone yesterday, I said, if you've got a problem with my friends, you leave them alone. I said, you don't go in their channels and abuse them. I said, if I find out you've been nasty to Jeanette or anybody, I'm going to go mental.
It was
I said,
a bit
I said, I don't need you to defend me. So, well, Gemma, you're vulnerable. Eli, leave me alone. I'm not vulnerable. I can defend myself.
No, exactly. Well said, Gemma. Because the fact of the matter is, my son's got special needs, and everybody looks at him as being vulnerable. You see, this is another thing. They think people with disabilities are vulnerable people.
And we're not.
No, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, you're a strong, independent woman. You're a beautiful woman. And don't ever, you know, you're not vulnerable. Same as you said, you're 30 years old. You're your own woman, and you can stick up for yourself.
Yeah, and that's what I said to Eli. And like he also then said about why he defended me, why he was trying to defend me on Keith's interview. And I was like, stop picking a fight with people. I said, I don't need you to defend me. I said, Keith did nothing wrong. He's like, Gemma, I thought...
No, Daniel, we're not talking about you. In fact, we actually defended Daniel the other day because Eli came in and said, oh, you know, ban that Daniel is a troll, blah, blah, blah. And we all said, well, he's always come in our live streams. He's always been respectful. Yes, he is a young lad, but he's never, ever been disrespectful to any of us.
No.
It annoys me. Like I've said to him, at the moment, I'm keeping my distance from him now because he's just picked fights with my friends. I just said to him, all he does is use people's disabilities as a label. And when he picked a fight with Keith, trying to say that he was asking me the wrong questions, I was like, he wasn't. Keith asked me the most best questions anyone's ever asked me. So I don't understand.
And we've all said the same. I mean, Chris said it on his live stream. You know, boom, it's gone, it's done with. You know. We're not gonna talk about it anymore, but obviously for obvious reasons you brought it up. But what I'm saying is, you know, we're better people than that. You know, it's gone, it's done, put it to the side, forget about it.
Yeah.
You know, towards your Gemma, you're nothing. You you're not labelled as autistic. You're not labelled as anything.
Yeah.
You're a beautiful, clever young lady. You know, the fact that autism doesn't come into it.
No, exactly.
No.
What I was trying to say, yeah.
Gemma, you're a beautiful young lady, and you're very strong and courageous and brave to be able to do what you're doing to bring out the awareness of autism to others. And you know what? Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let anybody, tell you any different.
No. We're all strong. Like I say, Vicky, you're strong. You're inspirational, Jeanette, and like meeting Adam today and Mark. You guys are amazing. Like.
No, Gemma, you're amazing.
Absolutely.
No, but you are too, Adam. Like we all are.
No. I get enough people saying I'm not amazing. I'm just me. But we're all amazing. There we go.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we all are. Yep. Yeah, that's right.
Mark, I like your avatar picture. It's very cool.
That is the work of Jidlid. He decided, like, I had an old version, but he said he wanted to redo it with more detail, and he made this one. And he's done a lot because he does drawing series as well, so that's why he's so good at doing it. And he's done some from Granny Monster as well. She has one drawn out as well. So he's brilliant at art.
Brilliant.
He's brilliant.
It's a very good picture. I like how he's got the specs on
Yeah.
it. That's good.
He's very good at capturing the detail on anyone. Like, you can just see, but like, even if you haven't seen the person yet on camera and you look by the picture, you could tell what they'd look like just from the picture.
Oh wow, that's clever.
If you see my one, it wasn't done by that person, but my one was done at a convention I went to, and it was someone just doing caricatures who was an author who did caricatures in books.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's me. Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's really cool. I like that.
Nice.
I
like the shading behind it as well. The shading's really cool behind it.
The original doesn't look exactly, because I've got the original up here. I've got to get a frame for it because it's.
Oh,
nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it took him literally minutes to do it. I was sat there for like 5 minutes, not long at all.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Raven says it's not easy being on YouTube because being on here takes guts because you're exposing yourself to negativity. So never see yourself as anything but wonderful, Gemma.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I love Raven. Bless her. She's lovely. She's a big support. Really nice lady.
Oh God, I forgot to look at my phone. Let's go. I did.
Night Owl, have we got any more unboxings from you to come out?
Actually, yeah, they should be up in the next couple of days. I've been kind of concentrating on a few other things, but yeah, definitely it'll be probably tomorrow. I'll have one up, or
I bought some squishies thanks to your recommendation. When I saw your squishies unboxing video, I was like, "Yay! I'm gonna get some."
I love squishies. You know what? The thing is, like, I love them because they're cute, but for my anxiety, it helps to have something to play with when I'm sitting on camera and stuff like that. And if you're ever stressed out, that's a really good reason to have it too. My sons love them, and the other thing they have is, those fidget cubes and the fidget spinner.
Yeah.
It really helps them.
I bought some ice cream scented ones the other day from a shop where I live, and I've been sitting there going, I can smell vanilla. It's lovely.
Did I just hear ice cream?
Yeah, I've got some ice cream.
Not real ice cream though, Jeanette.
No, there's little squishy vanilla ice cream squishy toys that I bought.
If I'm right, my sister probably has one of them. Let's see if I can find it.
I'll have a coffee, Donny.
I've just finished my coffee, so I'm okay, thanks, Donny.
Yeah. I don't drink coffee. Can I get a tea, Donny?
Yeah, I have a tea too.
These are my squishies. There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, they're the ones that we have, I think.
Yeah.
Eat it. Okay then, Bella. Thanks for coming in.
Bye, Bella. Take care.
Bye, Bella.
I can't find
You
it.
can have this one.
That's a big one.
Cool.
Whoa.
We'll have the big one.
Yeah.
Scrap them small ones, Gemma. I want the big one instead.
How many do you want, Jeanette?
Well, this is the thing. When we went over to Keith last week, they went flying on the beach and there were ice cream van there. So I says, oh, we've got to have an ice cream before we go back home. So Chris says, well, I tell you what, we'll go flying first. He says, and then I'll get an ice cream on the way back. I says, no, get me and Callum one now. I can't wait that long. I says, I want one now.
That's it. Yeah. No.
So we had to go to the ice cream van before he went flying, and then him and Keith had one on the way back. I said, no, I can't wait that long. I've got to have it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'd have been you, I would have squeezed 2 out of him. You know, 1 then and 1 afterwards.
But I did say when he came back to get him and Keith one, I kept saying, well, I think I've got room for another one. But I thought, no, I'm not going to be greedy. He says,
Yeah, I can't find those
I'll
squishies.
have a big one. That's what she said.
Hello.
But yeah, I couldn't wait for him to sort of go flying and come back. I said, no, you've got to go now. Me and Callum sat in the car and I says, get us 2 one now and, you can get yours whenever. I don't care. I've had mine.
That's it. This is a Bomber Grits. This is a squishy. It's like a memory foam type of thing that you just squish and whatever.
Is that for people with anxiety as well, Vicky? Does it help you? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I have it.
And also,
Can I have
they're a big thing though.
Can
Everyone.
I have one about this big and about this one?
I'll see what I
And edible.
Yeah, I'd rather have an edible one, not one that's pretend.
No, you don't eat it. No.
Well,
No, it's just like a foam type of thing. It relieves anxiety and, unfortunately, Barma Grits, it's not one that you can eat.
Darn it.
I sort of grabbed through the screen and grabbed it off her.
That's right.
I did put a picture on Instagram yesterday. We had a healthy dessert yesterday.
Oh.
Ooh.
I had strawberries and cream.
Yum.
Oh, they were to die for.
I like
but how much sugar was sprinkled on them afterwards with the cream?
But you see, sometimes we have them with ice cream, but yesterday we just fancied some. The cream wasn't the healthy bit; the strawberries was.
Yes, that's right.
We sort of went partly healthy.
Yeah.
Pixie says, "I want them again." Well, this is not because you see, I was going to do my vlog yesterday, but it was that hot. We'd had that much to do over the weekend. I says, bugger it. I couldn't be bothered. I've already bought the strawberries, you see, when we went shopping. So I said, well, these is not going to eat. So we had the strawberries actually after his lunch yesterday.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Hello, Pixie love.
What?
What's that?
So I'm trying to find mine now. The picture that I always wanted me to take a picture. No, I don't.
I think my sister has one of those squishies. She has a half moon and a unicorn on it, but it's one of the squishies.
Barry's decided he's leaving us all. So.
Oh, bye, Barry.
Bye, Barry.
Bye.
Bye, Barry.
Boss man, don't you mean boss man?
Now Barry's going.
Bye, Barry.
Bye.
There you go. I'll find it.
Oh,
that looks nice.
Yum.
And that was just strawberries and cream.
Mm.
They're absolutely delicious.
I've actually got some strawberries in my fridge from my grandma's strawberry tree that I picked on Saturday.
Oh, wish we'd got a strawberry tree.
I'm looking forward to having them later for my dessert after my tea.
Well, same as I say, that my plans was we went shopping Saturday. We'd sort of been to, like, we've got a local meat van. I got sausages, burgers, pork, you name it. So then we went shopping. So before we, the day is sort of like gone. So then we get up Sunday morning. I've got washing to do. I've got, quite a few. Pixie says he's coming to your house, Gemma. It's after your strawberries, by the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereabouts in the UK are you, Gemma?
Pardon?
Whereabouts are you in the UK, Gemma?
Suffolk.
I'm in Kent.
Okay. Kent's not that far away from me. I've got an uncle who lives in Kent, so I often go up that way to stay with him. I know Kent quite well, in London. And my mum's partner was from Kent before he moved down here. My mum and her partner will get married next year. He's from Kent. He now lives here.
I hope you're being a bridesmaid.
Yep, I am, Jeanette. I'm getting a dress fitting in the next couple of weeks.
Oh.
So I want to try on my dress. I have no idea what my mum's picked for me. I have no idea. Yeah. I'm kind of being anxious because I know my mum likes bright colours. So I'm thinking, I'm not looking forward to it.
Wakey, Carter.
Your number one fans,
Oh dear.
He's
Hello,
like
Carter.
Oh, Emily says her best friend Steph.
The girl you went to Brighton with.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. He's eating off the camera. That's it. He's banned.
Pixie says, everyone go to Gemma's house for strawberries and cream. You're going to have to come out and buy some more strawberries.
I don't mind.
We'll all be round. We'll all be down to Suffolk in a few minutes. Come and get some strawberries.
I
think it might take the night owl a little bit longer.
Yes.
In the next flight, Gemma.
I'm going to say, she might be a little late, I think.
Yes.
By about a week.
Oh, Superman.
Nice Superman shirt, Carter.
Pixie's put iCard to my competition.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi, Vanessa Kitty.
Oh, hey, Vanessa.
He's still trying to wake up.
We're all going to Gemma's for strawberries and cream.
Yeah.
Donnie's making the coffee and the tea, and we're going to Gemma's for the strawberries. Lovely.
And I'll bring Carter.
A man for cake afterwards.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Lemon drizzle at Jeanette's afterwards, definitely.
Chris says not without me.
Yeah.
Never mind. I want the Bakewell tart.
I did actually have someone come in the chat the other day and say that, the gooey butter cake.
Oh, yeah.
They actually made that. Vanessa says, yum, a strawberry festival going on here.
Yeah.
Oh, Gordon Bennett, no. Says my place for Vegemite caviar. No.
No.
Yeah, so I'll be there, Cheery.
I could say, I think we'll swerve your place, Cheery Giggles.
Yeah.
Yeah, bypass Australia.
Yeah, we're going to bypass Cheery Giggles' place because I don't think, sort of Vegemites.
No.
Farmer Grits put no Vegemite.
We'll come to my place for a package. Boom, boom.
Yeah, we can all watch you unbox your package.
I'm going to say we're all going to Bossman's to see him unbox his package. and Emily put Gemma's for strawberries, Jeanette's for cake, and mine for a sing-along. That'll do nicely.
And then to end the evening off, we'll all go over to Mark's and play with his Lego.
I never thought of that one.
Or as I like to call it, play with his Lego.
His Lego.
Mark plays with his Lego again. We're all coming to yours, Mark, to play with the Lego.
It's lit.
Oh, I'll think about that one now. That's a bit of a...
The package is full. It's a bit difficult unpackaging it if it's empty.
I don't think I can allow Bossman to play with Lego now. He get too excited.
Let's stop promoting strawberries.
You know, Mark, you're gonna have to make like a video with your Lego of all of the coffee mornings.
Well, I've got a Lego figure. Pixie's got a Lego figure. Bossman's got a Lego figure. He's got a Lego figure. Have I missed anybody out?
There's a lot that has a minifigure. I seem to have misplaced Pixie, but that doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, what a shame.
I wish that would.
Pixie.
No, I don't really mean it. I don't. I'm only joking.
Pixie.
Oh, Card, are you tired?
There's Mr. Bossman in his flash.
Yeah, that's me. My Flash T-shirt, which is upstairs.
Yeah.
I've got the Joker T-shirt on today, so I'm the Joker.
There's Mr. Pixie in his Pixie shirt. Let's see if we can get up close.
Cigarette.
And his little cigarette, yeah. Now Jeanette's hair is different because I made it when she didn't have her new haircut, but and she has her striped shirt on.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And they're all in the series, so they're all featured in it. So
yes, and I have done a voiceover. I'm the receptionist, by the way, so I have to put a posh voice on.
Carter needs a Lego figure. Oh, that would be awesome, now, actually.
He says Mark is sacked. Throw him out the window.
And he says Mark Carter needs a Lego figure.
I will see what I can do.
A Hobbit one will do fine.
The new addition is Mr. Eagle VP in his his wallpaper.
Oh wow!
Made a thing of his wallpaper.
Yeah.
Yay.
I haven't done the back yet, but I will.
You've been threatening to do that for months and months and months. So is that getting his wallpaper onto a top?
Yeah, I never printed it. You see, that's the thing. Granny Monster's up there somewhere. She's in the back. I can't get her.
Oh, Emily says I'd love a Lego figure.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, if I get tons of parts, I will, because it's a bit tricky with the hair pieces because there was only a certain amount of they're not randomly made into different designs and stuff. They're all one and then different colors, so it would be a bit tricky. But I could see what I could do. I could customize the hair. Yeah.
Trying to get at.
Yeah.
They're all custom made.
Custom made.
I mean, I'm sure people wouldn't mind contributing.
No, I wouldn't mind.
Absolutely.
You see, if I can't find pieces in here, there's something wrong, because there has to be at least something in here that would work.
Yeah. In other words, he's got 1,000,001 pieces.
Yes. And then another box down here.
My kids haven't been like that.
Oh.
I saw that, Jeanette.
Frozen strawberries, heavy cream, and vodka in a blender.
Oh, naughty.
And Pixie says, the moment you think you have some coffee, pick your cup up when it's empty. Oh, well.
Oh, I found Granny. Nice. I lost her.
You thought you lost your Granny.
And
yeah.
Back to Pixie, you win some, you lose some.
That's right.
Yeah.
She was the first one I made.
I know, Pixie. I have that problem. My cup's empty at the moment.
That's Granny Monster in her... and she used to have her logo drawn out. She had this purple jacket on that she used to have.
Cruella de Vil outfit.
Yes. I have this one over here. I actually made her a new jacket, which will be coming up soon. Doesn't that look like Cruella's jacket?
I'm laughing at Pixie's put vodka. Who said vodka? I'm coming. I actually printed a recipe out once, and it was got vodka in it, a cheesecake as well.
Ooh.
Strawberry cheesecake as well, to boot, with vodka in it.
In the past, when I used to make, which I don't make now, but when I used to make tiramisu, I always added Baileys to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Carry on.
Like Bailey's?
One, it's got whiskey in it, and two, it's too sweet.
Yeah.
But if you mix it in with the cream, it's okay with the banoffee pie because not with tiramisu. I add it to banoffee pie because it goes well with caramel.
Vanessa says yum vodka cheesecake. Well, I mean, if Eagle VP doesn't do the coffee morning tomorrow, I'll get the recipe out and I'll show it you. But I printed it, like, I go through a phase where I print a load of recipes out. Now, not so long ago, like when it were Easter, etc., I printed hot cross buns off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then never make it. It's sort of like, you know, I get all these ideas. I sort of have a brainstorm and think, oh, that looks all right. That looks all right. I even printed a steak and kidney pud off.
Oh.
So sort of going away from the normal, you know, baking thing. I, you know, I printed and I thought I'm going to have to do that. Because I've got a slow cooker anyway, so I could do the steak bit and the kidney bit and everything in my slow cooker.
Yeah.
Bailey's hot chocolate. Don't like hot chocolate for a start, Emily, and I don't like Bailey's, so that one's out the window for me.
All the more for us then. Excellent.
Yeah. I mean, you see, that's the thing with hot chocolate. That's too sweet as well for me. I mean, I've never liked hot chocolate anyway, but I mean, it's like we've got the Dolce Gusto machine.
Yeah.
And with all this box, and it was called Chocochino Caramel or something, it was.
Oh, I remember when you tried that.
Yeah, so Pixie bought them, and he says, it's lovely. I'll make you one. So he made me one, and they're going.
Yeah.
You know, it was like hot chocolate, but it was very, very sweet. It was too sweet for me.
Yeah, if I can actually smell the sugar and my teeth are already hurting before I tried it, I won't eat it. It's too sweet.
Oh, Vanessa Kitty says, how about fresh squeezed lemons, ice and vodka with a bit of sugar, a frozen lemonade?
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Pixie says, I'm knocking on your door. But yeah, I do tend to sort of print these recipes off, and at the time I think, oh, you know, this is great sort of thing. But then sometimes I tend to sort of go back to them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Who's that behind you? Who? What?
Where, when, and why?
Has somebody got somebody behind them?
I don't know, not me.
No, not me, because I'm facing the ceiling.
I'm the only one in the house.
Oh, man.
Oh, there you go. Vanessa Kitty says everyone's welcome at her place, Connecticut in the USA.
Yeah, we're just jumping on a plane right now.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a minute. I just need to.
You know, when you have about 30 people descend on your ass, you'll know everybody's coming to your ass.
Yeah.
Let me just write the list of people that.
And Mariska says, I swam the pond. I think she means she swam over the pond.
Carter should be at the top of the list, Mark. No.
Yeah, that's true. So, Carter. Night Owl.
Oh.
This pen is a bit broken. Damn.
Yeah. He's got to take notes.
Yeah,
yes, exactly. And Gemma.
Yeah. Don't feel bad, Mark, if you have to take notes. If you saw what I'm like, it looks nice and clean behind me, but all in front of me is paperwork.
Yeah, same up there. There's just paper, but I keep the stuff I need visible and not underneath all the crap.
Vanessa says I'm on the 7th floor of Veterans Hospital awaiting my appointment.
Close that up. I need to do more drawings in this. I only used it 3 times.
And don't forget Emily on your list.
Were you just going to say that?
This is my recent one.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
You're really talented, Mark.
That's
Thank you.
amazing.
That's really
That's the when I only got this a few weeks ago, and that's the first one I did. So I said, and it actually got me back into drawing again. So I said I'd draw.
nice.
Nice.
There's a guy.
The skin tone comes out way better on camera than it does actually here,
Oh.
because she looks like Donald Trump's wife.
Oh, I'm laughing at what Vanessa says. I'm a retired US Air Force, so I could fly to the UK free on military aircraft and bring ingredients with me.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! That sounds good.
You bring the ingredients, I'll bake it.
Hey, Vanessa, can you pick me up from Canada on your way there?
That'll be very expensive.
Probably.
She said it so to see who'd turn round first.
Yeah, I know there's a wall behind me, Cheery, so it won't be me.
We say there's a wall behind me, so I knew it weren't me.
Yeah.
Bristol was picking up on the way too.
Where is my pens?
Can you imagine them all standing on my doorstep with bunches of ingredients? You know, right?
We're all here.
You know, we've bought ingredients now. Get in that kitchen and get baking.
Pixie will take us all out on his drone for an hour while you're busy baking, and then we'll all come back.
We'll all vlog the baking.
And we'll go and visit Keith, go and get us fish and chips, and then we'll come back and eat.
Sort of only an hour down the road. He could make his own way. He could bring us all fish and chips on the way.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit cold by the time they get here, but
Eagle has wings; he can fly.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Just drink a bit of Red Bull.
I found out that doesn't work.
Yeah.
But not through personal experience. Someone else who said it didn't work. Funny enough,
Vanessa, I'm sorry, I'm a little more.
funny enough, it was I can't remember his name now. Someone.
Going back to what Vanessa says, she says, I think I'm allowed 2 bags at £60, but we might be able to sneak you on.
Yay!
I'm just going to see if I can draw some figures.
Says it's a 50-minute flight, and when I land, it would be earlier than when she left. Well, that's good, isn't it? You know, in respect, it's good because it's earlier than when you left.
It's called time travel. It's really amazing.
Hey, DJ, welcome back. You notice we all get quiet at the same time to see who's going to
Oh, Gemma, Daniel's got a question, Gemma.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I have to wait to see when he pops up.
Oh, that's how she knows, because her aunt lives in Edinburgh. Well, sort of, we're in the middle of the UK, so it's, you know.
I don't have a rubber. Damn.
Sort of, we're probably about 5 or 6 hours away from Edinburgh.
Be careful how you say those things, Mark.
You mean something else in America, remember? You've got to be careful.
Oh, yeah. Excuse my French.
Getting an eraser.
I have found an eraser.
Well done.
Well, yes, in this country we do call them rubbers, but it can be sort of a double entendre, as they say.
Yep.
That sounded so posh. A double entendre.
Well, I can do posh, what?
What?
I can do posh.
Oh.
Not a lot of the time.
That's the only French word Jeanette knows.
Vanessa says, I have thought about
Why would someone have to bring up that subject?
what?
We don't discuss football here.
Well, this is the thing as well. We, as you know, we always have Sunday, a roast on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But because the match, and it was England that started at 1 o'clock, that was it. Fix is on the sofa, glued to the sofa.
Yep.
Callum's in a chair, sat watching it. So Muggins here had to do the Sunday dinner.
That's not on, is it, Jeanette?
No. And I had to do it. And basically, you know, I says, well, I've cooked the dinner. I've dished it up. Sod bringing it into you. You can all come in here and fetch it.
No.
We don't know who that person is. Sorry, Daniel.
Yeah,
we're not discussing that person anymore.
No,
you know, done, dusted, boom.
Yeah.
You know. So, you know, so I says, you know, are you sure you ain't got super glue in your pants or something? Because you've never shifted off that sofa. And I says, well, but I've prepared it. I've dished it out. I am not waiting on your hand and foot. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
And I'd already cut the strawberries and everything up beforehand. And this was Pixie's reply. When I says, you're coming in here to get your dinner yourself, he said, it's all right, it's half time.
Oh.
You know, I thought, you know.
I have lost my eraser.
Again?
So in other words, you know,
I found it.
If it'd been half time, they'd have probably expected me bringing it in here as well.
Yeah.
Hiya, Food Forest. Yeah, Vancouver Island, Canada.
Yeah, I lived in Vancouver for 4 years.
Okay, other words, chips versus crisps. Well, crisps are out of a packet. Chips are...
can be out of a packet as well if you buy the frozen oven chips.
We call them potatoes.
You know, chips in America are what we call crisps.
They are, indeed.
And we call chips, well, you call chips fries.
Yeah.
We call them lifts, elevators.
I call it an elevator, yeah.
Yeah, I call it a lift. And you have an escalator.
Oh, okay.
I have an escalator.
You have an escalator?
An escalator.
I've never even heard of IGTV Cheery Giggles. Is anyone going to upload to IGTV?
What's IGTV? I don't have it.
I wouldn't say I've not heard of it either.
I don't know what it is either.
Don't know.
Is that
I
Instagram
started
TV?
streaming at just after 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, there is other things like what I call cobs. Chris calls them bread cakes.
Instagram
TV. I had heard mention of it.
Yeah. I had when I was at the restaurant on Friday with the boys. When we met Omar. He actually used Instagram TV, and if you go on his Instagram, you'll see there's a video of Carter there in Austin. When he met them on Friday, it was really cute because he snuck up behind me, and I go, boys, I have a surprise for you. And he goes, happy birthday. And Omar jumps out from behind me. And the boys are like, oh. They didn't know what to. Carter couldn't move. He was frozen.
Vanessa Kitty says, what length video does IG allow you to upload?
I don't know. He did it for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. So
Daniel says 1 hour.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Nadia, how are you?
Hi, Nadia.
Hello, Nadia.
Hi, Nadia.
First time to see you. Hello.
I think it's 10 minutes for everyone, Cheery Giggles said.
Up to an hour. Yeah.
And Emily's saying up to an hour. I didn't even know what it was. I mean, I'm not technologically minded, so I ain't got a clue. I just took the picture of Miss Strawberries and Cream yesterday and shared it to Instagram. That's sort of about my, you know what I mean? You know,
technology.
You know, it's I'm sort of not technologically minded. Things get complicated after a while. I mean, Pip's got green screen and does all this OBS, and I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue whatsoever.
That's it. Yeah.
I haven't got a clue at all.
Oh,
And that's just, you know, that's just me being honest. Oh, look, I've got 2 thumbs down.
Oh, brilliant. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
thank you
they
for
want...
the thumbs down, whoever it is.
There's still a few views.
Yeah. It's 2 extra views. It's 2 extra, you know, I get paid extra thumbs down than I do thumbs up. So,
that's right.
all good.
Yep. Thank you.
It depends on what phone version you have on my phone's out at Arc. Yeah, Emily, woohoo, more views for us. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know what design to give character on a shirt. Should I go with the Superman or
Who's that for?
Carter?
Oh, I mean, Vicky will be the best one to answer that question, Mark.
What's that?
The design for the shirt. I could go with the Superman or another design that he would enjoy.
It'd have to be something green because that's his favorite color.
Oh, okay.
And his favorite character is Chewbacca. If you can draw that, I don't know.
A green Chewbacca.
Green Chewbacca, that'd be hilarious. Green Chewbacca.
Or you could put Star Wars on it. I don't know.
Jerry says it's a new rival of YouTube.
Ooh.
Hey, come on.
Well, you can go live on Twitter. You can go live on Facebook. You can go live on Instagram now. So
I'm going to say I know you. I know you can go live on Instagram because somebody that I know went live via Instagram, and I didn't know you could go. I didn't even know you could go live.
Yeah, you can go live on Twitter, but you have to download Periscope.
Ah.
Yeah.
See, at that point, you lost me.
What we might have done.
Yeah, too many. It's like there's too many apps you got to download now to have anything. So, you know.
I mean, DJ Ian that was in earlier on, you know what? Obviously does DJing, but he often goes live via Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, not for very long, but you know, it's basically just showing people what he does for a living, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, DJ Ian's pretty cool.
Yeah. Let me just do a rough drawing.
Oh, he's sketching as we speak.
It looks like a Pac-Man ghost.
It's okay.
It's a good job of it saying anything.
I'll make it a bit tough.
You know, naughty about you or anything, Ian. He says I'm still here, but it was sort of just an example that you do sometimes go live on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, I said you're pretty awesome. Oh wow, really? On Facebook? That's pretty cool.
We see, you know, when we went on holiday, I think it was the November one, we went to the Butlins in Minehead. I think Pixie actually went live via Facebook as well.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I've never done it, you know. I mean, it's too complicated for me, so. Chris loves my singing.
Yeah, there's too many people that know too well on there.
We've tuned in a few times, and you've got these that, you know, were... that sort of, when they're singing and you're doing the moves on the stage and everything, I thought, well, you know, it's sort of karaoke, you know.
Yeah, there's too many people that know me too well on Facebook. I'm not going live on there. Oh
Pokemon Go went totally bananas. I could never understand that, really, that Pokemon Go.
Me either.
I used to play it, and then I couldn't remember my password to get back into it, so I never re-downloaded it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, there's certain situations that it could put people in danger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is what I can't understand about. You know, what's the craze all about? You know, you're putting yourself in danger. You know, to what end, you know?
For a Pokemon?
Just
Yeah.
chasing a Pokemon.
A fake image in a phone that's going to just be collected into a ball and then disappear.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, you know, I could never understand it, you know.
Yeah.
I've got better things to do with my time than go from city to city or wherever to do exactly that. You know what I mean? You know.
If anyone gets the chance, if anyone goes onto my YouTube channel, my friend Super Pop Bro has designed a new YouTube channel cover for me.
Oh,
okay.
He was saying that actually. I'd have to look this.
He's just done it now and just sent it me, and I've uploaded it. It looks really cool.
nice.
So is that a vlog coming later then, Bossman?
I don't know yet. If there may be a video later at some point. I don't know yet.
As well as unboxing your package?
That won't be uploaded today. I'll make it today, but that will be uploaded not tomorrow, the day after, because I'm actually starting to bring out one video a day of an unboxing, so I've spread them out a bit.
Yeah.
Because I got moaned at for uploading too many things at once.
Oh.
Because I like doing that, but never mind. Hey ho.
Well, I mean, it's your channel. I mean,
I know. I don't want to upset people. I want people to actually watch my videos. I don't want people just to have a moan at me.
Well, I mean, same as I say. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I mean,
my channel.
you know, having too many wrenches and this, that, and other. At the end of the day, it's your individual channel. You can do whatever you like. You know what I mean?
I will, but it is better that I do spread them out a little bit.
Yeah. Because if you upload too many in a certain space of time, that rest of the week you ain't got anything else to upload. Yeah. I can see it from that perspective. Vanessa Kitty said, we had people running off of cliffs staring at their phones. Darwinism at its finest.
Is that what they call lemmings? Because they jump off cliffs. Lemmings.
Well, I mean, there was a couple people I heard about where they said that because Pokemon was in their backyard, people were knocking on their door going, no, can we go in your backyard? And he's like, no, I don't think so.
Oh, dear. I say no, bugger off. Go catch Pokemon elsewhere.
Yeah, trust me, if you wait long enough, it'll pop up across the street in about 5 minutes.
I'm sure if you wait a while, it'll pop up somewhere else. But it ain't coming through my house to get to my back garden.
Someone else wants to say hi.
The whole thing of Pokemon is so dangerous. I heard a story not so long ago where I live. There was a young girl going out with her dad to do Pokemon Go on her phone, and she ended up at the train station when there was a train approaching on the track, and she was down there with her phone trying to go like this. And I was just like, "Are you stupid? Are you wanting a death?"
As I say, I can't understand the mentality of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've got better things to do with my time than going chasing after non-existent things.
I haven't. I could do that. Give me something to do. I could start a new trend, going after things that don't exist. Oh no, someone else does that.
And Mariska says people even drown because of it. This is it. You know, why on earth would you risk your own life chasing after something that doesn't really exist?
Yep. That's it. Yep. Someone else wants to say good morning to you guys.
Hi, Austin.
Hello, Austin.
Hello.
That's Adam.
Hello.
And that's Mark.
And hello.
Remember, yeah.
Is he all exhausted after his graduation?
Yeah, he had a good weekend.
Good. That's serious stuff, Austin. You know, my son's 15 and started exams this week.
Oh boy, yeah.
All week this week, got exams.
This is
Oh,
all nice and official, like. Yeah.
yeah. So now the serious stuff begins.
Absolutely.
All downhill from now.
And as I said to Mark earlier on, because Mark's sort of just been going through exams and whatever, Callum came in through the door the other day, and I says to him, because he had his first one on Friday, so, and it was one of his worst subjects. It was science, and he doesn't like science at all. So I says to him, I says, how did the exam go? He went,
yeah.
You know what? That's the response I got. You know.
See, Austin likes science, but he doesn't like math. Or no, he likes math and science, but he doesn't like the writing, English, and language and stuff like that.
Well, you see, this is the thing. Callum's got another one today, and that's maths. And they two of his worst subjects, science and but they've got 3 exams to do with science. And I says, well, why 3? So he says one's chemistry, one's biology, and I forget what other one is. I know he says chemistry and biology, and then there's like a third one. So basically, there's like 3 different papers or 3 different sections to chemistry.
Yeah.
Right. Sadly, I gotta jump off.
Okay.
Just got a call. It was very fun again. Thank you for having me on.
Okay, then. Thank you.
Mark.
Thank you.
I'll get back to you on those designs. I see how
Okay,
it
then.
goes.
Well, I'll keep everyone updated.
Yeah.
I'll
Thank you all. See y'all. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
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 But yeah, so he's got a week long of exams this week.
Yeah.
There is one midweek that he's looking forward to, and that's food technology.
He likes his cooking, doesn't he?
Yeah, and the English one is looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
They gave him 2 revision books. One is the Christmas Carol, and I forgot what the other one is. There were 2 that he got to do revision on. So yeah, they're the 2 ones that he's looking forward to: the food technology and the English one.
Yeah. See, I liked history. History is my favorite subject that I liked, but I liked English, and I didn't mind French at first and stuff like that, but geography and math and stuff, no thank you.
You see, like here in the UK, when you get to a certain part in your education, you get to choose the subjects that you want to take. If you understand what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Callum never liked geography. I think he's doing an history one because that's what one of the subjects that he carried on with. And obviously, maths and science are sort of 2 of the main, subjects that you have to take.
You have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Adam showing his legs off.
Woo!
And I'm airing my not dirty laundry, I'm airing my clean laundry.
Well, I made everybody laugh on Thursday when Pixie was streaming. I says, well, Pixie sat here without any trousers on.
Oh, yes.
Ooh. I says, yeah, but he's got shorts on. I was everybody going, oh, Pixie sat there with no, nothing on below. I went, yeah, he's got shorts on.
Oh man.
Vanessa says, I just completed my master's degree in maths last year.
Oh, yes, you told us about that last night in my live stream, weren't you, Vanessa?
Yeah.
But you see, same as I say, that everybody has to take the maths. And I think
is a mathematics teacher.
Oh.
He was telling us about it last night in the chat.
But you see, the thing is, like in the UK, there's certain subjects that you have to take, if you know what I mean. Maths being one of them, science being the other. But it's all right. He did have I don't know where it's gone. It was on the puff, like a timetable of the exams that he's taking. I think one of the days he's got 2 in one day. One at 8:45 and one at 1:45, I think.
Austin's got, for his first semester, because here, I don't know if they do the same thing there, but for the first semester they have 4 subjects, and for the second semester they have 4. Do they do the same thing there?
No. Same as I say, they sort of do like all the core subjects, history, geography. They do one as well called ethics.
Yeah.
Now that is like, you know, it's hard to explain, you know, like certain situations like rape and people's sexuality, and it's basically, you know, going through all the things of them understanding, you know, sort of certain situations, and you know what I mean?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Hey, Richard Palmazzano.
Oh, Uncle Richard.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Uncle Richard or spoken to Uncle Richard for a long time.
Oh, it was
Hello, Uncle Richard.
It was in Random Lives on Saturday night because Keith.
Since I spoke to or saw Richard, hello.
Keith's wife was actually, it sort of turned into an impromptu interview with Eagle VP's wife.
Oh, I missed that.
How to download incompatible apps? What do you mean? Which? Because I may be able to help.
I haven't got a clue.
Just to give me an example, and then I'll. But
yes, everybody was saying, "Come on," because his wife's name's Pat. Come on, Pat, dish the dirt on Keith. It was quite. I sort of, because Kate sort of had asked me for an interview earlier that day. I'd said yes, but then Random Life Productions decided to go live, and you know, so I couldn't sort of. I said hello and hello to Pat and everything, but I did watch it back the next day. In Play Store, it says.
Yeah, yeah. Is it? You mean? Oh, right. Is it? Are you? There is ways of doing it because you can find APKs of them if it's not. Just think the best thing to use.
Vanessa says download ones for your operating system.
What?
And Richard, if you want to know what's up with me, not a lot. It's same shite, different day. Nothing new going on.
Who's the new person on the panel with the dimples? Is that Gemma? She's been here ages.
Yeah.
Have you got dimples, Gemma?
Don't think so. I'm aware of.
I've had me ups and downs, Richard. Good days, bad days, but on the whole, I'm right.
Yeah.
Coping with life.
Holy cow! What's the matter? I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah, I will be terminating the live stream shortly. I mean, I've been going 3 hours again.
Oh, yeah. The other day it was for nearly 5 hours. This time it's only 3
hours. Just over 4 hours.
Yeah.
I can't wait to spend some more time on your channel, Adam. I'm gonna check you out after this live stream.
And I'll check out your channel as well, because the subject of autism and stuff fascinates me, because having certain autistic tendencies myself, which I've had since birth and stuff. And what sort of stuff do you do on your channel?
I do personal videos, so I do things like I've done things about my diagnosis. I talk about meltdowns. I talk about things like grief. I did a video on grief recently because it was someone asked me about how I feel about my auntie being gone. My auntie's been gone 2 years in August about cancer. So I did a video upload about how I dealt with my emotions, how I was told to behave at the funeral, and I wasn't allowed to cry, which drove me absolutely balmy.
Oh.
I had to wait till I get home in the car to cry on the way home, and then I got told off for it again. I've done videos.
Tell you what to do with your emotions.
Yeah,
People, if someone's got emotions, they need to be able to, you know, emote them.
And also, Adam, she does things like relieving stress, and you know.
Hold on, take this. I'll just make it on.
You know, how to relieve stress and all sorts. You know,
definitely be going to check some videos out.
Yes, I'm doing a 21-day challenge at the moment. I was set it by my friend ThinkShare yesterday because he knows that I do poetry as a form of getting my emotions out. He set me a 21-day challenge to upload a poem every day, and he's now checking my channel to make sure I'm doing it. So, don't one, Gemma. I'll know. I'm like, okay.
Vanessa Kitty says, very good material. It helps others understand. Well, yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to start this afternoon. I'm going to upload one this afternoon and upload one every afternoon. I'll upload one on different themes. So I'm going to upload Jeanette's one today. I'll read.
Are you part of our YouTube thing, Gemma?
Yes, I am. I'm going to.
Yeah, if you wanted to post it in there as well.
Yeah, I'll post it in there for you as well. And on my channel as well. So and I'll link your channel in the description.
Thank you very much.
You're always welcome, Gemma, to because I've also got a Facebook group it is linked with my channel, but I'm happy for anyone to post anything in there as well.
Okay. Join that, Adam. Yeah, I'll have a look at that. Join.
It's only just sort of started that sort of group, but it's
cool. I don't mind promoting you on my channel, Adam, and stuff. I don't mind saying, hey, this is my new friend and he does this, and I can promote you on my channel. That's cool. I'll do that. So I can promote you, and I'll put your channel in the description with Jeanette's poem as well. I'll just say I met Adam through Jeanette, and then I can link both of you together in my video.
Thank you.
Well, you see, this is the thing as well. You're helping each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, I mean, there's certain things that, I mean, like Gemma, how she deals with the stress of, you know, when she gets to a certain point and she's getting stressed, she's getting anxious and everything. You know, each individual, you know, can sort of say, well, I deal with this kind of stress in this certain way, and Gemma can, you know, do the same.
Yeah. And poetry helps me a lot. If I'm upset and I'm sitting here thinking, I don't feel well, I'll just sit here and write a few words down, and then I think, oh, okay, that makes sense, and I just upload it.
Yeah. If it de-stresses, you know what I mean? Your way of sort of de-stressing is to sit down with pen and paper and to write poetry.
Yeah. That really helps me to relax, and rather than exploding at people on the phone, like my poor dad used to get hours and hours of phone calls, and he'd be like, Gemma, what the hell are you talking about? I don't get it. Whereas now I do this instead.
You know, I mean, my way of distressing is punching somebody in the face. No, not
no, we don't condone violence.
No, not really. I'm only joking.
Keep that between Mr. Pixie in the bedroom. We don't need to know about that, thank you.
You know, I mean, everybody copes with stress and anxiety in their own specific way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a wizard, Harry.
But
Adam,
Barbara Grit says, I have to go. Hubby is waking up wanting breakfast. Obviously, he can't say I'm busy.
Adam, do you talk about like your bipolar and things on your channel?
I do at times. I have done in some of my vlogs and some of the other bits on there. I do. And you see me when I'm really not very well. You see me when I'm a bit hyper and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And when you start watching my videos, usually if you can tell if I'm in a sort of a highish sort of mood or if I'm in a low.
Yeah, but
Yes, for me, it's
comes-
interesting. It's always fascinating me with my friend, so it'd be good to
this
know.
is the thing that comes hand in hand with being bipolar. You get days where you feel on top of the world, you feel, I'm Superman, I can do everything.
Exactly.
But
And
with the highs comes the lows.
Oh, it does.
That's
What
right.
I might do, because of certain videos that I have made, which have been about depression and my bipolar and stuff, I haven't done this, I should have done this, actually make a playlist with all of those videos in
Yeah,
one
that'd be
video
good.
playlist.
Yeah.
Because I've got loads of playlists with different stuff in, but I haven't actually done one like that. I should do, really.
And if it serves anything, it serves the fact that people that have got depression or anxiety, etc., now they can go and watch your videos and say, well, yeah, Gemma, handles stress or anxiety in this way. And then you might go to Bossman's channel and find that Adam,
he doesn't cope with it.
Well, what I'm saying is everybody copes with it in their own way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also the other thing, which is good, because it gives you, if you do video when you're good, when you're bad, it actually gives you a record of how you are when you are like that. Because when you're back to normal, feeling okay, you think, I don't remember what I was like, and then you can watch a video and say, oh, that was me. Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, I've done that. I filmed a sensory overload video a couple months ago, and I was in quite a bad place, and people like, whoa, Gemma, you were so different in that video. I was like, yeah, that was a really bad, crappy day.
Exactly.
I wanted to show people what I was like.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, you can't be that bubbly, bright, person
right.
all the time. With the highs comes the lows.
Yeah.
Oh, there is people that I've seen, that they're happy all the time, but then, once you get to know them and you see behind the scenes and stuff like that, it's like, you know what, like, I'm me. What you see is what you get. When I have my bad days, you're going to see me. When I have my good days, you're going to see me. And if you don't like it, then you can toss off,
Oh,
but
yeah. Bye, Richard. Thanks for stopping by. I can't say that I sit here and, we're all, oh, bless you, Gemma.
Thank you.
Some days I sit here and I think I can't be bothered to do anything.
Yeah.
I have loads of days like that.
That is a bad day for me.
Yep, I have loads of those days.
I top shooter. You look at the jobs want doing. And then you sit there and you think, do you know what? I just can't be bothered.
I will do it. I'll do it in a minute. I'll do it, and then you keep putting it off, and you think,
and then sort of one day you might get up and you think, right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it today, and you get on with them jobs that you'd sort of thought the day before, I can't be bothered to do it. I'm not,
Yeah, but I mean, for me, I made a video as well about anxiety and depression and stuff like that. And for me, it's like, I have 4 boys. Okay, if my house stayed clean, I'd be shocked. But the problem is like, you look at what needs to be cleaned, or you look at what needs to be done, and you're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. But you get overwhelmed, and your head just shuts down and goes, I can't do it by myself. And then it never gets done.
And I can what's it with that, Vicky, because same as I say, I do what I can. I mean, like in most of my baking videos, I have to sit down to do them because I can't physically stand for that amount of time.
Yeah.
And you sort of you do what you can and when you can, but you make the most of what you've got. I use a computer chair. I sit and wash the pots with a computer chair. When I've done any washing, and let's say I take them out the tunnel dry, I sit on a chair.
Yeah,
I do it, but in an adapted way. You adapt to your disability or whatever.
Yeah. And that's what I do. Yeah, I sit on a chair to vacuum. I'll sit on the couch and I'll just vacuum that way. Or
I've done that many a time. You know, I do occasionally sort of stand up, you know, because there's certain places you can't get to while you're sitting down. But a lot of the time I have sat down on a chair, hoovering and whatever.
Yeah. See, and the thing is too, like my son Sean, because my counters are very high, so sitting on a chair and stuff like that, I need something that, like, almost like a barber's chair that I can pump up. Right? But my son Sean, like he will cook dinner every night, and that's the one thing he's been helping out with, because I can't, like, because when I sit down, I'm like up like this. Trying to...
You see, that's the good thing, because, same as I say, Chris does most of the cooking of meals, but it's you adapt to what you're able to do.
Yeah.
It becomes a way of life when you find that you have to adapt.
Yeah.
You know, and this is where I said, you know, I've said it many times, you know, I'm not giving into a wheelchair, you know, but it's like a compromise, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Right, I'm going to shut it down. It's 1:20. I've been going over 3 hours now. So I want to thank Adam for coming on.
Thank you, Jeanette.
I'm glad you and Gemma have made a connection. I want to thank Gemma. Thank you for the poem.
You're welcome, Jeanette. I'll upload that this afternoon.
Well, I did, because when I muted the microphone, that was Chris on the phone, and I was sort of getting a bit choked up, and I saw Gemma's wrote a poem for me, and she's going to write one about Vicky, and you know, and I was getting quite choked up about it, you know. So I want to thank you, and I want to thank Vicky and Mark that's just dropped off. So I don't know whether Keith's going live tomorrow or not. I don't know. It's sort of day to day, you know. So if Keith don't go live, I should probably go live again in the morning, and we'll have as normal Madhouse sessions. it's therapy sessions.
Yes. Therapy.
Yeah. So yeah, if I could just think, as the title suggests, you're amazing just the way you are, and that is my ending quote. Everybody's amazing.
Yes.
And I appreciate everyone.
No, we appreciate
you.
You,
We appreciate you, Mrs. P.
Big hug to everybody. Big hug to all.
So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.